Okay.
She's
We're live. And there you're holding your cat up for everyone to see. Oh, I'm too far scrolled down. Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to this wonderful one-shot today. Quick introductions. Jarwig Gaming. Crazy-Eyed Eddie. And introducing, at the very end there, Zach. And, of course, our illustrious DM, Sean. And we are back back in the thick of things. So, this is a one-shot, a little bit different of a one-shot than I think anyone's probably expecting. Then we'll get into that when we get into that. So, I will now turn things over to our DM, and he can talk about all that, because that's his job.
We have a DM? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So, as Jared was saying here, we are doing something a little bit different today. One, to introduce a new player. Trying to make sure I'm leaning the right way. I don't know. Zach, he will be joining us for the next campaign. Say hi to everybody, Zach.
What's up, everyone? How's it going? Let's rock and roll.
All right, so this is not the typical thing that's going on. You're going to see some different people tonight in terms of what characters are being played. Worry not, when we get to the actual campaign, the characters will be the characters we all know and love. So, with that, let us get started. We open up the scene in Barthen's Bar in Phandalin, where I would like Jared, you to describe your character first. What are you doing? Where are you at?
I am getting all of my stuff in order still. Okay.
Would you like me to move over to
No. You're good. I'm good. I had to just switch over some things. I didn't think we were gonna get into. I thought you were gonna talk a little bit more.
Nope, we're dropping
I anticipated wrong. I
right.
rolled a 1 on anticipation, and I anticipated wrong.
Not only are we starting 30 minutes behind, we're also unprepared.
I'm just gonna start saying that we start streaming at 5:30 from now on instead of 5. Honestly, I think that's probably for the best. Because it takes us about 15 to 20 minutes to kind of like talk to each other and figure shit out before. Sorry, Eddie?
No, I was going to say, where's Kato with a stopwatch when you're in?
I know, right? He kept us on track so well.
You're 30 seconds behind. Let's go.
He was so good about that.
All right. I'll get the stopwatch. I'll start doing that.
So yes, picture the inn. There's people drinking, obviously, and sitting by I'm assuming there's a large hearth or fireplace in this place, because they don't have central.
In fact, they have there's like next to the fireplace there are like a few of those like really big overstuffed chairs.
Okay.
That like you can like recline in with the ottoman in front and everything. Like it's
nice.
Arthur knows what he's doing. He's got everything set up.
So to the newcomer to this pub, they would walk in and they would see all this, and all they would see is an arm on this armrest sitting by this fire, keeping to himself, but also watching everyone. Enter Bertram Cunningham III, a paladin of vengeance, and he is watching everyone, even though it doesn't appear that he is watching everyone, but he is in Phandalin to lend his services as a paladin to the town folk. I'm sure he's met Gary already, because I think Gary is healing, a healing person.
You are probably one came to town because you heard of the new Flurry of Bros school, the monastery as they call it. You've probably met all of the Flurry of Bros at this point.
Right.
Because they try to vet the students to make sure that there's not anybody coming in with bad intentions, ulterior motives. For anybody that's not familiar, we are now officially probably 9 months post last game. The
last
party,
one shot or the campaign?
no, like the actual module, the last post Lost Mine of Phandelver.
Gotcha.
My apologies. The year is 1494, I believe, by Dale reckoning.
Mm.
It is currently winter,
Oh.
so the hearth is a nice blazing fire. It's nice and warm next to that. But the monastery has now been set up at the old town manor, Tressendar Manor, which has now been renamed to the. I don't know. Did you guys pick a name for it? Did you just want to call it the Flurry of Bros Manor? You want to call it something else?
I mean,
Do you have any particular?
I think it was
Bro
just.
Manor.
Yeah, just Tressendar Manor is fine. That's what
Yeah.
it's always been
Yeah.
called.
Like the manor,
Yeah.
the name of the manor, like the building, isn't important more than to what goes on.
Well,
So
and looking up at where the manor used to be, you can now see a pretty solid foundation for walls that are currently being built. You're turning this more into like an actual keep for when the townsfolk need to retreat away from any raids. The actual building is now looking more like similar to a castle. Obviously, there's not enough room there to really make a full-blown castle, but you're making it a little bit more workable for everybody in town, not just yourselves. You can also see the recruits. There's probably monk recruits outside right now, currently training their endurance in the weather. Anyway, Bertram has probably also met Sister Garrely for the paladins and clerics go to her for any teaching that they might need.
definitely.
So there's you sitting at the
Yeah, and
sitting at the hearth.
he's got like a fancy, like the fanciest goblet that this place possibly has, which probably isn't that fancy, but he's just holding it by the fire, and it's like the best top shelf, like cognac or something like that. Like he's full of himself. I did fail to mention that he has long flowing golden hair and a very fancy golden mustache and goatee. Very well trimmed, very well kept. This man is beautiful. He's very bougie, or thinks he is.
The goblet that you have, the fanciest one, is actually it's pretty fancy. It's a very clear. It is very clear crystal.
Ooh.
With a like a silver dragon motif going around the outside of it, with two ruby eyes in the dragon's
Wow.
where the dragon's eyes would be. So it's a very fancy goblet. Bart got that at a recent acquisition after the last adventure that he went on.
Fair.
So you've got a very, very fancy goblet there. All right, Eddie,
Yes.
how's your character doing? What are you doing right now?
Is it nighttime?
It is.
What time of day is it? Because, like, my character's Droop. I'm Droop right now. Droop helps Bart run the store. Didn't we say Droop has his own thing, like, attached to Bart's store or something?
Yeah, it is now early. It is early evening.
So it's early evening, so I'm probably trying to get the store ready to, like, close up so I can go, like, polish my Mac and have a thing of beer.
So anybody that this area right here, I'm pinging on the map. That is like the workshop now. It used to be like an old storage shed, but with Bart kind of leaving things to Droop and in the storage and like general management side, you've kind of now turned the storage area into a tinkering area where he tinkers with his tools.
Yes, Hendrix has the forge. I have a shed. Ha-ha!
Hey, gotta work your way up.
Yeah.
But you do have like a mini forge in there so that you can keep everything well handled, well suited, because you have a gift that Hendrix gave you.
Yes, he gave me his mech that he made out of Warforged parts and magic missile wands and all kinds of other stuff.
So
yeah.
yeah, for easiest way to put it is it's basically a giant plate mail for Droop.
It's armor, yeah.
But you want to tell everybody your class, or do you want to keep that kind of off to the side for now?
No, he's a artificer armorer. I think that's pretty much what it is, right? Yeah, he's got armor of magical strength. He's got a bunch of armor stuff. Like basically, he's a goblin tank, which is weird, but it's what he is. Like, yeah, but like right now, he's not in his mech. His mech's out in the shed, so he's just kind of goblin Droop right now. He's just a regular old dude. He's got his little daggers on his side because like it's the Ren Fair, and yeah.
And for anybody curious, Droop recently, probably about 6 months ago, in game, Droop showed Hendrix that he is a lot smarter than the average goblin, and I would say that he's probably being trained and has been trained by Hendrix as an artificer. So.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons Hendrix gave Droop the thing, because he knew Droop could take care of it.
Yeah.
So, like if it broke out in the middle of something, he could like get it back if he needed to, or something like that.
So there we go. And plus, it makes for good defense of the town.
Yeah.
This town is so defended.
Dude, this town
it is very well.
Woe be the fool that comes to this town.
Like Neverwinter's over there, like, what the frick? Look at those guys. They're so strong.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that before the beginning of the next actual module. So there'll be a whole thing with what's going on with Neverwinter. So
Okay.
And Zach.
Well, I am Goros. I am a bard, and he came to town looking for a good time, and he's sitting at the bar right now at the tavern and just. Libations.
Drink in his hand.
Drinking away. Nah, he's had a rough couple weeks there. He's coming in. He's looking around. He's trying to meet people new, if you will. So he's trying to figure things out and just listening to what's going on around him and taking as much in as possible.
What does he look like? Any identifying features? What kind of clothes do you like him to be wearing? Or do you want me to just put the picture up that you kind of had picked out for him?
He's a half elf, half human.
Okay.
Yeah, he's brown hair. Let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah.
You're good, man.
Take your time, man. You're good.
But he's dressed in a brown tunic there with black pants and black boots, cool little cape, and this guy sits there and he's ready to rock and roll. He's rock out, so he's ready.
Perfect. All right. So you guys are all in the tavern. Just currently getting a drink, winding down from the day of training, or even at this point, Droop, you have finished taking care of all of the things in the general side of the store and headed over to the tavern. I would imagine maybe to get some food, if you will. It's been a long day. And even though you do get to eat throughout the day, it's probably still a good idea to eat some dinner. Currently, this evening, there's the food from the kitchen. Bart himself appears to be cooking back there. So he is. The smells are absolutely glorious. Dinner will be served fairly shortly.
Nice.
So, you guys are in there talking, and I need all three of you to make perception checks.
No. First roll.
First roll.
Perception.
Yes.
This is gonna go terribly.
Oh, you guys all have bless or guidance on for some reason. That's weird. Just ignore the.
That is.
What?
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
the global save
Oh, that's
modifier.
yeah.
On for
It's
some
probably
reason.
the global save modifier that we turned on. So yeah, do that.
Oh, give me a second. I need to check. I don't know why, because I was actually looking at your character sheets the other day, and for some reason it had guidance on all of you, which is on the left side, I believe.
Mine says bless under saving throws.
Yes.
Yeah, mine says 1d4 bless, and it was checked, and I unchecked it just now.
Okay.
I'm not sure why.
It's a little odd.
You are in the presence of Bertram Cunningham III. You are constantly blessed just by being in my presence.
Oh, perfect.
Wow.
Perfect.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
So, we'll just say all three of you got those extra little numbers there. So to just make up to 10 for your perceptions. So, all of you faintly hear, and this is odd because, it's a fairly quiet night and, it's winter time. But you hear the flapping of light bird wings come from outside, as well as the cawing of ravens.
Oh. And that's unusual?
It is very unusual for this time of the year. Normally, ravens aren't in this area as well. Goras, you might not know that particularly, being new here. But Droop, especially, would know that's very unusual since you've been here for a while.
I could do a nature check to tell you how crazy it is if you'd like.
Yeah, go for it. You can do a nature check if you want, but I mean...
There you go. 19 plus 2.
So, is very odd. It's winter time.
Crazy.
It's pretty cold right now. Like, you don't know why the birds are here. What do you guys do? You hear this coming from outside. Bart doesn't seem to notice, but you also hear the crashing, the typical crash of pots in the back as he probably dropped something because he's a little clumsy at times. Other than that, what do you guys want to do? You hear that come from outside.
Well, I think if Bertram does indeed notice the commotion and perhaps the others reacting to it as well, because he's not completely new to this place, but hasn't lived here as long as maybe like Droop has. I suppose
he's been here probably about 6 months.
6 months
at this point.
So hasn't even been here. Probably hasn't even experienced a winter in this area until now. So, I think Bertram would wait to see what Droop does. He knows Droop kind of runs this joint pretty much alongside, so he's gonna wait and see what Droop does.
Droop's gonna go out on the porch and see why the birds are outside. Because it's weird. That's what Droop's gonna do.
And I guess Bertram would probably stand, goblet still in hand, mind you. And he would he would peer out the window. Looking in the direction that Droop might be looking. It's like, I can barely be bothered, but I'm going to check because clearly something's wrong.
All right. Well, you guys look out the window. Oh, yeah, go ahead, Goros.
Well, me being new to town, I'm looking around going, what's going on? And kind of playing my Cittern a little bit there, just, going away at it and noticing an eye on everything and just kind of reacting to what the other guys are doing right now.
Here's the odd part. Everybody else in the tavern, no one else seems to notice what you guys have heard. Like, they're all just going about the normal business. So, you guys all look outside. And I would say, Droop, you probably noticed this first. You see about 4 ravens just staring at you. the moment you walk outside. They don't fly away like you would expect them to, but underneath one of their little clawed feet is a book.
Oh, it's
A
got
black-
a little book. Is it a little raven-sized book? Is it like that big?
No, it is a normal sized book. Let me see if I can actually find a picture.
I'm pretty sure we all know what a normal-sized book looks like. About normal size. About like that.
They got
Yeah,
very,
looks
very
like a
book
rectangle.
attributes.
Looks like it
should
would
have
belong
gone
in
to
a
your
library.
Do you guys see the book that I
I
just put up?
do. I do. Book of the Raven.
Yes.
We all see this.
And yes, at this point, Droop, you probably notice it first, but then as your eyesight kind of hooks onto that book, because where did it come from? How did it get here?
Yeah.
The rest
So
of you also all noticed it.
I'm gonna walk up to the little ravens because they seem to not care that I'm walking towards them, and I'm gonna pull out a little bit of piece of bread out of my pocket because I always have bread in my pocket because I'm a goblin. That happened, and I'm gonna give the things the bread, and I'm gonna take the book.
All right, the ravens,
wanna take-
they take the bread, they almost like parse it up into pieces for each other, almost like they're smarter than the normal raven. They actually, as soon as you try to pick up the book, they take the bread and they kind of look over at you, almost like appreciating. They make a squawk at you, and then fly off after you pick up the book, as if their message has been delivered.
Would
So
would either of us
So I got-
know what this book is just by looking at
so
it?
I want to open the book and see if I can read. I don't know if I can. Drew can even read.
you can
Hold on
you
a
can
second.
read. Yes.
Okay, can Drew read? Question.
Yes.
So
So-
that's the.
Looking at this book, it is a dark leather bound book, but it is very beat up. Looking at it, you actually find a note in the very front that says of Candlekeep, delivered by Raven, 1282 DR.
Oh.
So almost more than 200 years ago, they this book somehow made its way to Candlekeep, but it is now here. Again,
Okay.
you don't know how.
Interesting.
Are you?
And then
I say, is Droop bringing that back in, or are you just kind of hanging out in the snow with it?
No, I'm a little goblin. I'm not gonna be in the snow. It's cold. I'm coming
Okay.
in with the book.
I just wanted to know.
Jeez.
I just wanted to know. I can't read your mind. I
So-
think
yeah.
that Bertram would walk towards Droop a little bit and be like, "What do you have there, small one?"
And he's gonna take. Hold on, I need to find a book. Oh, here we go. Here's a sleeve of.
Prop
Here's a
time.
sleeve of paper. Got a sleeve of paper.
That works.
So
Books are
Drew's gonna
mostly
sit
paper.
there. He's a little dude. Imagine I'm 3 foot 8 inches, and I'm gonna be like,
Mmm. Oh wow. Yes, impressive.
fuck.
May I see it? Like, may I hold it? No? Is that a no?
Well, I would ask them.
He's just gonna let me actually see it, but not touch it. That's fine.
I'll
That's fine.
I'm gonna give you. I'll give you the book so you can look at it.
Okay.
Well-
Yes, Zach. Sorry.
Goros, what are you doing?
Goros.
I now ask, oh, is that what's that book called again? I would ask that.
So
Fucking
also, yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
you know what? I'm putting my beard down. I'm gonna finish this up, and nevermore.
Oh. Ha ha ha.
so
What?
the
I don't get it though.
underneath the page that says of Candlekeep, it actually does say on the back of it, Book of the Raven. So
Okay.
because that's the only description they have, because it was delivered to them by a raven.
Does would Bertram notice that no one else has noticed this?
I mean, they noticed Droop, yelling about the book now.
Okay, but there are,
So-
but did he notice no one else noticed the commotion?
Yeah,
And,
Yeah,
So
no one else noticed that like there were
so
birds
he-
outside.
He's
There's-
constantly stroking his little pointy golden goatee, by the way. Which I don't actually have, so I'm envious of.
Little what?
As long as he's not stroking something else.
Hey, you know what? If Bertram wants to stroke something, you know what? He just strokes it.
Is that golden too?
Is that what he was doing in the chair?
Hey, you can't tell what
Goblet
he
in
was
one
doing in
hand?
the chair. You can't tell
Is your
because
raspberry gold?
sometimes it is.
There we go. We got a better representation of book.
Yeah,
Is that-
that's actually. I mean,
is that a
that book
tablet?
actually looks like it's probably about the right. Is that?
Bird book. Bird book.
Notebook.
Bird book.
There you go, bird book. Oh, it's probably about that thick though. Like looking at that, Eddie.
Yeah.
It's not a super like heavy like book. It's more.
You
It
also
almost
got to
looks more
remember,
like
I'm only 3 foot tall,
yeah.
so things
But,
look bigger on my hands. Some people in the filming industry use that to their advantage.
It's not what you're
In this
thinking.
case, it's a book.
It's not what you're thinking, Goras.
What's in that book?
So, Bertram, are
To
you actually
you,
looking
The
through the
book
book?
looks like this. To me, the book is like that. It's massive.
Are you kind of skimming the book, looking through it, anything like that?
Would I suspect that opening this book would be dangerous? Like, is it like booby trapped, or like, is there any spells or anything that I might, like if you open this, you're going to get turned into a newt? Or anything?
No. The book itself that does not have the feel of like severe magic.
Okay.
So I can tell you that.
I might go back to my chair and kind of like, let us sit around the fire, away from peering eyes. And
Yeah.
And obviously,
Plus it's warm over there.
Droop and
It's
Goras
nice and
are
nice.
their attention. They're here. They know, so there's no point in being like that.
Yeah.
So just sit around the fire, and
Yeah.
I'll-
You guys pull over a desk, like not desk, like a table over to there, so you can kind of set it on top and like actually look at the book itself.
Okay, yeah. So let's open it. Let's see what this is all about. It's clearly important.
Yeah.
So you open the book, looking through. You do find a page that actually comes out of the book. I'll show that to you in a minute.
Okay.
But looking through the book itself, it kind of describes what are called the Vistani people.
Do I know what that is?
They
What is that?
make a
Nature
make
check?
a history check.
Unfortunate.
History.
Unfortunate.
And anybody that
Oh,
wants
wow.
to can.
Hit a 23. All right.
Wow.
I got a dirty 20.
There you go.
Wow.
Zach, what did you roll? Call out your rolls.
A 5 plus 1 is 6.
So ignore the +1. I don't know why the guidance is still showing up on yours. You don't have any of those modifiers on your character sheet, but for some reason it's still rolling them for you.
All right.
Don't know why. I'll have to actually fiddle with Roll20 later. So that's a 5. It's okay. It looks like you're not trained in history, so you don't expect to know.
He's
about
also been
the
drinking,
Vistani.
so
There's that
I'm
too.
an actual historian too, but okay, whatever.
So, the Vistani people are humans. They typically travel from all that you know. You all of the two of you have heard of this place called Barovia
Ooh.
and the domains of dread within the Shadowfell.
Ooh.
And typically, the Vistani people travel between the mists of the domains, the Shadowfell, and other planar areas. They are wandering folk. They don't settle in one place for very long. It actually then this kind of gives you a detailed account. Looking through it, obviously you're just skimming it. You're not looking for anything specific, but it is a very detailed account of the Vistani way of life, with a lot of their emphasis on like the foods that they eat, the music, the way they handle disputes, their hierarchy within the tribes, everything like that. and like the type of wagons that they use, and like how they journey. They have very odd looks at the way they journey because of they're always in their wagons. So it's like the viewpoint of the wagons. So like you actually kind of see like details of that. It's very fascinating from what you do read of it. Zach, are you still there?
Did we lose?
Yeah,
that?
I'm here.
Okay.
I reload.
Looks like you're okay. So this kind of just gives a detailed account of some of the places they've been to, some of the places they've seen. But again, you're not finding anything overly specific. One thing that you do find in the book. Okay, is my Roll20 acting up, or is it just?
No, because Zach refreshed. Now everybody has to.
I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness! No, I think
sorry.
that's weird. That doesn't actually normally
Roll
happen.
20 is just awesome.
For a few weeks to a month after like Roll20 Con, stuff like this happens. It's really bizarre and kind of annoying. So, so the page that you do find on the back of this page, it looks like a map actually. And the map itself, on the back of the map, says that there is treasure to be found at the end. And I'm going to pull this up for you right now. You guys should be able to see the handout.
This is in the book, you say?
This is a page that came out of the book.
Oh, this is what fell out of it.
Yes. Yeah, when you guys opened it, this is something that you actually found within the book. It is made of the same paper that is within the book, so obviously it probably was something that was made by the same person who actually wrote the journal. But for some reason this page is just not well set.
Okay. Do we know where these places are?
Not at the moment, but with a little bit of research, maybe in the at the monastery, you might be able to find something. Or, you guys can try to put your heads together and make other history checks to see if you know where this might be.
Okay. If I do
and
a
you
history...
also notice.
Go ahead.
You also notice that when you have the book just kind of sat on the table when nobody's touching it, the pages are like fluttering, almost like a light breeze is going over the pages. Not enough to like turn the pages for you, but enough that like the book kind of like the pages are kind of just moving lightly, even though there's no breeze within the tavern itself.
Almost like it's alive. Mayhap.
Yeah, similarly, you don't sense any intelligence coming from the book, but there's obviously some level of magic to it that's not harmful.
Would a perception check help figure out what's going on there?
Yeah, you can do a perception check.
I will.
Or an insight, either one.
Or
Can we all do that?
Yes.
We're all gonna do it.
Everyone.
I rolled a 20.
Did I? Oh, that was okay. Never
I
mind.
have rolled a 12.
23 for my perception.
All right.
Seems
So,
me and
looking
Goras are
at
on
the-
the same page. Get it? Same page?
Literally.
We're gonna be
The
here
book
all night.
itself, for a very brief moment, looking at the book and like really studying it, you can almost feel this breeze moving through the tavern. No one else seems to notice this. And as you really begin to focus on the book, when you touch one of the pages, you can see some mist coming off of it, and then you kind of snap back, looking back at the book, and that's not there anymore. Breeze is like the book itself is still moving. You can feel, like you can still see the effects of the wind blowing on the book itself, but for a brief moment, it almost had something else going on there. And if you describe this to Droop, I'm assuming you do, Droop can make an Arcana check.
Been standing here the whole time. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Droop, you didn't notice any of that, but they described that to you successfully. And with your Arcana check, what did you roll there?
19.
My chat is okay. My chat bar is doing something weird. Which again, roll 20. 19. So with a 19, you would hazard a guess that if done correctly, maybe reuniting that one page with the book, you could probably travel to the first step as like a portal to the Witchway within the book that is described there.
Let's do it.
Okay. Interesting. So I can try and put this back together?
Yeah. With your Arcana check, you know how to put it back together in the right way.
And then Droop is gonna take the page and put it back in the book.
Nice.
Are you're just gonna do that right in the middle of the tavern?
Just gonna, yep. Droop is curious. He just wants to put it in there.
Does Bertram notice what he's about to do before he does it?
Make an Arcana check to even know if you know what he's doing.
Shh. Okay.
I have this map and I'm like, yeah.
It's a 6. Plus
I know,
1. I don't know. Oh wait.
My chat
Zach,
is good now.
Zach
So you
threw
rolled-
one up there. I was seeing his. A
both
12.
rolled.
Both bad.
Neither of you know what Droop is doing.
Droop puts his page back in this book in the middle of this bar. Apparently nobody else knows what the hell's happened.
You're just too smart for your own good there, Droop.
Oh, yes.
All right. So at first, nothing
Droop sees
seems to
treasure
happen.
map. Droop loves
Yeah.
treasure.
Nothing. At first, nothing seems to happen. But then, as you guys are looking around, you don't even need to make perception checks for this because this is a very obvious change. You're looking around and there's nobody in the bar now. Nobody else is around you. The fire is still there in front of you.
Ooh.
But it is now a bright. It is now a bright blue flame instead of just like the normal fire. And you look out the windows because right now you're still in the bar that you know and love, Bart's bar.
Bart's bar.
But looking out the windows, there it is just covered in mist, like you can't see outside. Oh, hello. Don't you yell at me.
And there was a cat. I will kill demon cat.
Oh. She just is going to lay right there. So she just jumped up here and started yelling at me. So sorry about that.
That's fine. Cats are always welcome, man.
Yeah, right. But so looking outside though, it is just so thick mist, you can't see past the window.
Ooh. Wow.
Droop's just gonna hold the book and be like, uh-oh.
What did you do? What
Droop
have you
on treasure. Droop opens up the book and points at treasure map and says, treasure. Treasure? Droop on treasure.
And the page is now sealed back into the book, by the way.
Yes, it's in the book.
Oh,
Droop on
it
treasure.
repaired itself, essentially?
It repaired itself.
Magically.
Yep.
Ooh.
Magically.
Okay,
So
all there
you
is
guys
is
are now in mist.
mist. Okay.
You are still in this. You are still in the tavern.
And the mist is outside. It's not coming in under the
It's not
door
coming
or
in.
anything like that.
Nope. Almost like it can't move past the physical barriers.
Physical berries.
Physical berries.
There's just a wall of berries? Good berries that Radolf made?
The berries that Bertram was stroking earlier.
Oh, hey. Allegedly.
Big old berries.
No
Okay.
proof. You saw nothing. No proof.
So,
do we hear anything other than the fire?
you can. Yeah, I mean, the fire is crackling, but it's very subdued, like not as loud as you would expect the crackling of the fire to be. Listening outside, you don't hear much other than the wind blowing, the occasional like wolf howling, along with like the rest of them kind of howling in the background.
Is the rest of the town outside? Like, does it sound like the rest of
You-
did the tavern get teleported somewhere? Can we tell that?
Make another Arcana check, Droop.
Droop needs to know where treasure is. Droop rolls 8.
You have no idea.
Oh.
Droop is confused.
You would imagine that, based off of the 19 you got earlier from putting the page back in, that this is more like a representation of the building that you were in. That the tavern itself had not been teleported. But you're not 100% sure of that.
Okay, so I'm gonna let fancy pants and drunk guy know, and that's what they are to Droop. Drunk man and fancy pants, the dynamic duo. Drunk man and
accurate.
fancy pants.
Quite accurate.
It is trusty sidekick fancy pants. Oh,
And I would
God.
like to point out that Bertram is indeed wearing fancy pants.
I'm indeed drunk. Yay!
Yes.
So,
And
yeah, but the sounds of the town are not outside, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
So just wind and howls in the
Wind,
distance and
the
lots and
occasional
lots of
howls.
mist.
Yes.
Can we make out like distinguishing features of land outside, or is it just literally just mist?
It is.
Like, can we see kind of like some ground and some trees, or is it just straight
I mean,
mist?
you can looking out the window, you can see ground outside.
Okay. So
You think you see like the shadow of trees,
okay.
but it's very hard to tell.
Okay.
Would Droop know if it was bad to go outside?
You don't think it is. You think that this is more like a. You're actually fairly familiar with some of the planar travel now that you've been being taught under Hendrix, especially with him becoming a wizard now as well. You think that this is more like a. You walk along this path for a while, and it will bring you to the area that you need to be.
Okay. Oh, well, Droop's going to start walking then.
You guys go to the front door.
Yes.
Yeah, no, Droop's going. He's going. He's out.
Does he explain what he's doing, or does he just walk?
Yes, Droop's holding book, says, Droop want treasure, and he goes.
Oh, okay.
And he goes. He thinks the thing that he put in the book is a treasure map, and he wants treasure. It's a map with lines on it. It's a treasure map.
Bertram would follow close. He would follow.
I stumble right after them.
You still drunk?
No, I'm sobering up, but we're still.
I think this is a sobering
Well,
experience.
he's the
probably.
only one left in the tavern now, so he's just like, oh.
And looking over, there's still food. There's still food in the tavern there if you want to take some food with you,
Oh yeah.
as well as like there's a couple of wine skins and water skins and all that as well. So you still have some drinks if you need them. But
Take some rations, some food and
Yeah.
water, just in case. We don't know what we're stepping
like
into.
this better fare than you would of just regular rations. These are actually cooked warm food, so it's probably the best you're gonna get for
I would take an
however long you're in
assortment
these mists.
of foods and wrap them in a napkin and just fold over fold and tuck that away in my pack.
Is the shed where my armor is it nearby? Is it visible?
Make another perception check.
Please let me see my armor. Oh, it's gonna be so bad if I don't see it.
Oh my God!
I rolled a 1. I don't see. Droop doesn't see armor.
Bertram might ask him what he's looking for. Can I maybe assist him?
Droop is looking for armor.
I'm also proficient in perception, so I think.
And does Droop tell him where the armor would normally be?
Droop in big box.
Big
With
box, you
armor.
say? Armor, you say?
Hammer box, armor, Droop.
Bertram, you remember you see him go in and out of that storage room.
Bertram sees all.
Of the general store. You know that's kind of like his little workshop now. That's what they refer to it as now.
Okay.
Yes, Droop go in, out, hammer box.
Shall I roll
you can make
something?
another perception check.
Help Droop find.
Gosh, it's 11.
That all you needed was 10.
Okay. Proficient in still roll 11.
You still notice that the doors that connect to the general store and then to the storage shed are all still there. Like you look out to where the door to the general store is, and it's still the general store, although there's nobody in there, and you can see the door to where the storage shed is.
Okay. I will relay this to Droops. Like, I fear not, small one. I can lead you to your quarry.
Yes.
And I will start walking towards, and I assume he follows, but I also don't check to see if he is. I just assume he will follow me to the.
Oh no, he's following Fancy Pants.
What is Goros doing while this is happening?
I'm just drinking water and trying to sober up so I can figure out what myself.
Eating some of the food that's on the bar.
Can we make him roll to see if he actually sobers up or not? I really want that.
Make a so on your character sheet there's like a saves, and one of them is Constitution. Just click on that Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving. I'm sorry, I'm new at this.
It's gonna be on the left side next
be,
to your dexterity thing. There's that little box.
Oh, okay.
It says saving throws at the bottom of the box.
Yep.
Oh, there it is. All right.
Yeah, you see what? So like each box is labeled, and the labels are at the bottom, not at the top, like a normal human being would make them.
Yeah, that's the one thing I find frustrating about these character sheets.
Okay, so there's nothing to click though. Is it plus?
No, you click the word, the Constitution. Click the word.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sick.
there you go.
Yes.
This is good training for you.
It's very, very slow going. You are still buzzing pretty hard there. I wouldn't say you're drunk at this point, but you are definitely buzzing at this point still. Yeah.
I'm trying to listen and help them, so maybe I might know where he put his armor at. I don't know. I'm kind of out there. So I'm not sure yet.
Well, so you guys get back to the back room there in the storage shed, and Droop, your armor is there.
Yes, Droop get armor. I'm gonna hand the book to Fancy Pants.
I will take it.
Then I'm gonna get in my armor. I'm in my armor now. Now we go find treasure. Fancy Pants, take Droop to treasure.
You almost walked out without your armor there, Droop.
I was in my armor. I'm in it.
No. When you first started walking, you're like,
yeah. I realized that when I walked out of the thing. I was like,
wait a minute.
I'm just a little goblin. It's big outside. Droop need armor.
All right. So, with that,
I like to think Droop has like the thought process of like Shaquille O'Neal. You know, it's like Droop is small. Droop need armor.
Go to the big man.
Yeah. Droop is also very smart, but he just uses as little words as possible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he just learned Common not too long ago. So.
Yeah, this is true. All right. Well, you guys, go ahead, Goras, again, make another Constitution save now that you've finished your meal while this is happening, because this takes a solid little bit of time, because getting into that mech is still a lot of work for Droop.
13.
Yes.
You're feeling much better now. You have a slight headache, but you're feeling better. Not quite so drunk anymore.
No, our mind is clear.
All right. So
Body is
you guys,
clear now.
And you pack up the rest of the warm food into like and put it into your pack as well. Like all of you have a pack of like warm food that you can take with you. Looking, and you open the door, and there is just a path. And oddly enough, the mists surround this path, but you can still see quite a ways away before the mist kind of, makes that path disappear.
Okay, can I do
no
for any enemies who might be in that mist?
Yeah, make everybody, all of you can make perception checks, see what you hear, see, smell, all of it.
22.
I'm going to make it at a disadvantage because I'm inside of a suit of armor that's loud. I failed.
I got a 23.
You're just glad to have your mech suit back, and
Droop is happy. Droop wants treasure.
Yeah, and you're very focused on the treasure. With
Fancy
your 22
pants say Droop's a treasure.
With Fancy Pants is 23. Again, you guys can still hear the wolves in the background, but then you look up, you can hear the fluttering of wings. And you look up and you can see 4 ravens flying down the same path.
Well, we'd want to follow them, wouldn't we?
Droop sees book friends.
Now, on the map of mystery, we're at the Witch Way?
Yes,
you are. Where we're starting?
Yep, you're at the beginning, and now looking outside, as you begin to walk down the path a bit, you actually do. You see this old, decrepit town as you begin to walk through there. You can see like signs of like broken doors, broken windows, boards up over the broken windows that are also broken up. And you actually recognize these scenes from like old pictures. Maybe Bertram himself has actually seen other towns that have been raided by monsters, like goblins, orcs, other such things, werewolves. So you recognize that this town is now abandoned to whatever was attacking it.
This does not bode well.
You don't hear anything else. You don't see much else. You're just kind of following this path. The ravens never quite seem to fly far enough ahead for them to get out of sight.
Almost like they're leading us, perhaps?
Possibly. Or they're just traveling along the same path. But maybe leading you, maybe not. You're not sure.
Okay. Can I spam an intimidation to see if I can draw anything out?
You want to do a what?
I want to spam an intimidation check to see if I can draw anything.
Are you yelling at the ravens, or what do you?
I'm just yelling in general, trying to like draw anything that could be out there out, just to see what we're dealing with here.
I mean, you don't even have to make a roll. You can just you just begin yelling, trying to see if anything comes out of the woodworks. Basically,
I start talking smack to like the open air right there.
Everything around you.
I start yelling mama jokes and stuff at like just anything.
There's not a whole lot of answer. Nothing seems to be responding to that. Almost like this whole place is abandoned.
Okay.
Even to the monsters that were attacking the people. Actually, looking out over some of the areas, you can actually see some old fields and like the shadows of what are possibly wild pigs walking around in like the old fields now. But other than that, still not a whole lot in terms of like monsters or beasts out there.
Okay.
Bertram will, with hilt of sword in hand, would start to walk forward, unafraid of any evil or ill creature that may lie in wait. I care not. The light will destroy them.
Yeah, Droop's following Fancy Pants. Fancy Pants has map. Map goes to treasure. Droop follows Fancy Pants.
And then we have Goras yelling at a tree.
Hey!
Hey! Actually,
tree, you know fat.
Don't bark at me. Get it? Bark at me.
Bardic Inspiration, I think. Just
No, so you guys begin walking, and the ravens are, landing on the trees ahead of you, waiting for you to catch up, and then continue to fly.
Okay. Can I cast Bardic Inspiration in case anything happens?
On who?
I mean, you can. It does only have a 10-minute time limit on it.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yes, you may want to wait until you're actually in like combat or something like that. Bardic Inspiration is very useful. It is a bonus action in combat, so you can still do certain things in combat and then use that at the end of your turn if you haven't used a bonus action on something else.
Okay.
So you can still get it. It's a very easy thing to use.
Okay. Still
We're gonna get to some. Yeah, you're gonna get to some combat here very shortly. I promise.
Okay.
Slow your roll, drunk man.
I'm sober now.
Oh, well, you were yelling at trees. I just assumed.
Sober now. Yeah.
So you guys begin walking, following this path. The mist's just kind of opening ahead of you. You're traveling along, and you actually see like a mountain or rock formation headed down the way. It's actually there marked on the path. The hand and horn, I think, is what that says.
Can I zoom in?
It actually looks like a rock formation. It's there on the upper left, just under.
It's gonna be under the. Yeah, it's gonna be under the word evil.
Yeah.
Right. You can control plus, but it's gonna zoom.
Yeah.
Every browser you have.
It's difficult because I'm also using the webcams from Roll20, so if I move this window in front of us, it covers us up.
Yeah. But if you click on the magnifying glass, I'm sure everybody would appreciate being able to see it a little bit bigger for a second too, if you want.
All right, I'll do it for a second. It's still like the overlay is covering it all up. I can turn that off for a second though.
Yeah, I mean, if you just want to, if you hover over the map, there's like a magnifying glass. You can just click on that.
I understand how it works.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, I was. Oh, I see what you're saying. The overlay kind of gets in the way. I see what you're saying, but we're in the upper left.
I can zoom it in though without increasing the size of the window. So you are correct, sir. You're correct.
It's kind of cool. But as you begin making your way along, you're looking around. You can actually see. Oh, why didn't I just do that? Hold on, you can actually close that. You can close that page, Jared. I have something for all of you guys.
Oh god,
that's so much better. It just sucks that because for some reason, because the way Roll20 is, it's all the way to the left, and I can't move it over at all unless I zoom in. And I hate that about Roll20 because it's really restrictive. Okay, we good.
Yep. So, but now we have the map. Perfect. So you guys are right along this area, and you can actually see like this weird rock formation hand sticking up out of the ground.
Is it very tall, like a mountain?
It is. Like it's tall, and it's built in such a way or formed in such a way that you don't know how it's actually staying upright or hasn't crumbled and fallen down. Because it is literally a giant hand reaching up out of the ground.
Does it look like it's been carved, or is it like look like it's natural, just like coincidental? Looks like a hand.
It almost looks coincidental. Okay.
Interesting.
Like you're looking at these are big old rocks piled on each other, but like, in such a way that it still looks like they all just kind of landed there, not like somebody carved them up out of it. Like, again, you don't know how all of it is staying that way.
Peculiar.
And then to the other side of the path you also see the horn, which is just like a giant spire. That one looks more formed, pointed at the very top, just like almost like the hilt of a sword sticking up out of the ground.
Interesting.
But nothing is here. Nothing seems to attack you as you begin making your way through here. As you continue to follow the path, you look, and it's odd. As you're walking through, it's like you're in mountainous area, and then there's like this line where it just suddenly turns into woods, like a forest.
Like a straight, perfect line separating
almost
the two
like
biomes.
unnaturally straight line separating them. You continue on through the forest, and now it's much darker, much, like the sounds are kind of muffled as they're around you. You can hear the wolves a little bit louder now, the rustling of the trees as things move through there, the birds as they're landing on them. So you begin.
It's getting creepy.
So they're landing on branches then, or
Yeah, the ravens that are guiding you, for lack of a better way to put it, are like landing on the branches, landing, and in just among the trees. So, but you're also hearing someone in the woods. And you can hear it sounds like he might be fighting something. You can hear like blasts of energy, a like sword swing, or like thumping as like something hits the ground, hits the trees. So you hear all of that.
Guess we should go investigate. Sounds of combat call me.
Is that where treasure is?
Yes, small one, where there is combat, there is often reward.
Okay, all right. Well, then Droop just pushes forward on his. He's just in his little cockpit, and he's sitting there. He's like, "Okay,
we might
start going."
Damsel.
The voice you hear is very much masculine. So the person yelling and fighting. So
Boo.
And then you hear a very unnaturally loud howl. So give me just a second while I load up this map. It's going a little slow, so I'm trying to get that figured out.
No worries.
As you make your way through and you're heading up to where the fight is going on, you see a fairly broad-shouldered, appearing to be human. You guys, Eddie and Jared yourselves would actually, you probably remember the shade that you guys saw. That one, he gave you guys the coin, and he helped like cremate Cargo's friend.
Oh,
he has the cleric that you guys
well,
saw.
we wouldn't remember that because we weren't there.
No, I'm telling you guys. Just like
Okay.
so, if you guys hear like odd, the way I'm describing it, if you like, but so he's a shade, or at least it appears to be a human shade. His skin is like dark, almost like looks like it's made of shadows. You can almost see the shadows coming off of his skin. Eyes, when he's looking around, you kind of catch them, they glint in the meager light that is around. And he's fighting. He has a very strange looking sword in hand. It almost looks like it's made out of mist. And then you see two giant wolves, kind of on either side, as well as a humanoid looking wolf in the back that seems to be commanding these two dire wolves.
Ooh.
Dire wolves.
And you guys can make. No, you guys would know. It's a werewolf, kind of in the back.
Oh.
Seems to be telling these other two wolves what to do. I'm now going to move you to the map. But he doesn't seem to be engaging. For some odd reason, this werewolf doesn't seem to be engaging the person who's fighting.
Map me.
So, you guys can. I'm going to ping. You should be able to see the ping.
Yeah.
You guys can kind of drag and drop your character tokens around that spot. Unless you guys can actually just see the whole thing. So I didn't turn the.
I see everything.
Okay, token.
What's that?
I gotta zoom in on this token. Sorry, you keep kind of cutting out a little bit there, Zach.
Oh no, it's not letting me drag my character over again.
You think it's not doing anything when you try to drag it over, or
Try to grab it by the name and not the picture.
That's what I'm doing. I'm highlighting the name, dragging it. Nothing.
Huh.
it also should be very dim. Go ahead and share your screen again, just so I can see kind of what's going on.
Well, I just went black. Come on.
Bear with us, folks, as we deal with technical Roll20 difficulties, as always.
All right, you just need to go to your journal page again. You can't drag from the character sheet. You have to go to the the journal page in the above the chat bar, and drag the whole page is the journal page. That's what I call it. You don't need to click on your journal. Just go to your character's name just underneath the Goros's journal, and you open your character sheet. Awesome. Now go to the name on the journal page, not on your character sheet. Double click your character sheet at the very top, and that should where your name is.
Yeah.
At the very top. No, not that name. Higher. Above where it says character sheet. Double click right there, and that should minimize that whole thing. You can minimize stuff like that. Go back over to the right where your chat bar would be normally, and you see your name there. It says Goros. Right. Keep going right. Keep going right. Up. Drag and drop that down. Over. Back over to the right. Where your name, where you would open up your character sheet. No, not the journal.
Okay.
Drag and drop that over onto the middle of the map.
Okay.
And then now you can put yourself up next to everybody else.
All right, there. Thank you.
There you go. So that's you don't do it from your character sheet. You do it from the
Okay.
From there. Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
So that's how you get that. Your character sheet itself is only for clicking on your skills, clicking on your spells, clicking on your weapons. So
Okay.
just to make that a little bit easier.
Okay.
So there's the scene in front of you. So at this point, we can go ahead and roll initiative. I'm going to also show you how. So go to your character sheet, Zach.
Yep.
Click on your token on the map itself.
Okay.
And then click on initiative on your character sheet as long as he's selected. And that way it'll actually drop the initiative into the turn order.
Okay. Thing is not. Okay, wait.
And then initiative itself is. Give me a second while I pull up the character sheet of the character that you guys are looking at. Oh, come on, Roll20.
It's not loading right now.
You're good. Your character sheet's not loading at all.
No, I probably have to reload.
Oh, double click on the faded Goros on the screen.
Oh, there we
Remember
go.
how I told you to, and that it should just open it. So make sure your character is selected, and then you can actually just go to initiative on the character sheet, which is you see at the top right above your hit points.
Yeah.
It says initiative. You can just click on that. Yep, there you go. You're on the board.
All right.
It's a lot to try to figure out without having played with Roll20 before, so don't get too discouraged.
Yeah.
we all had the opportunity to do
having
a session 0 before we streamed with this stuff, so
Yeah.
You did not get that.
This is your session 0.
Yep.
That's why we're kind of doing this one shot too, because it's just kind of like getting used to the program.
Trial by fire.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. So everybody gets trial by fire. but once you get past that learning curve, Roll20 is super easy.
Yeah.
As long as it's not being stupid.
Yeah.
Because it does do that a lot.
Yep. Correct.
No,
All
I
right.
don't need the token settings on this direwolf. I just need its initiative. There we go. And then I will put this in order. All right, one of the direwolves, the top left, gets to go first.
Blasted.
They seem to be very focused on the odd character in front of you. So that runs forward. And this is the cool thing about Roll20, Zach. You can actually see it in real time as it happens. Like, we move them around and actually do all that.
Yeah.
So you can see what they're doing, how they're set up, if you're flanked, if you're not flanked. It's all pretty nice.
Mhm.
And it just lunges in for a bite against this person that is fighting ahead of you. It only bites for a 9 to hit, which is not enough to hit this shade-like being in front of you. And that's all this direwolf can do. We move on to Droop's turn.
Yes, Droop have armor. So I have a question though. So under one of my feats called armor model, do I need to tell you what that is? Like, do I need to? It says it gives me weapons according to a thing.
Yeah. So you have 2 different weapons available to you. If you want to put that out real quick on the chat,
Bam.
would you have the Guardian arcane armor?
Yeah.
Now, or
it's
would
gonna
you have...
it's gonna be Guardian instead of Infiltrator.
Okay, so then I just need to set up one thing on Droop's sheet because I don't think Roll20 does it for you. I didn't realize that it hadn't done that. That's my apologies there.
I can't believe it.
It should be your Thunder Gauntlets.
Yes.
Will be the thing that will be set up there. Yeah, it doesn't give that to you, which is kind of annoying. No, I'm not casting a spell, Roll20.
You cast spell? You cast spell?
Huh?
I can cast spell. You cast spell? No! No, Roll20. Bad. Newspaper.
What the heck?
Whack, whack, whack.
Why did it do that?
Because it's Roll20.
Thunder... Stop moving stuff on your character sheet.
I'm
I'm setting something up for you so you can do the thing. Can you tell me, it should actually have Thunder Gauntlets underneath, not on your sheet, but underneath the armor there that you put on the chat bar. Can you just tell me what it says the damage is supposed to be?
Thunder Gauntlets. Each of these armored gauntlets counts as a simple melee weapon while you do 1d8 thunder damage on a hit.
Okay.
A creature hit by the gauntlet has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than you until the start of your next turn. Ooh, that gives you disadvantage.
Against anybody other than you, yes.
Yes.
There you go. You should now see Thunder Gauntlets on your character sheet there, underneath your attacks. It's just underneath Thunderwave, oddly enough. So there you go. So you are in your Guardian armor right now.
Yes. I'm trying to look for something. Hold on a second.
You also get Defensive Field underneath your Guardian armor. As a bonus action, you can give yourself temporary hit points equal to your level in this class.
Yeah.
So that's also very nice. I would imagine that you would have done that before you even got into combat, because it doesn't have a time frame on it. So you have, I guess, 3 temporary hit points.
Sick.
If you want to put that on your character sheet.
I'm just gonna go +3 on the thing.
Underneath HP, it should have temp HP.
Oh, I did not see that. Okay, well. Well, ain't you fancy with your temporary hit points and stuff? Oh, wow.
I am fancy, thank you.
All right, so I'm going to run. Droop is going to go with his speed of 30. Since he is here, he can actually go right to the dude. So I'm going to go right to the dude. Bam! I'm here with my extra shield thingamabob up. I don't have to. I should already have a bonus action. or I don't have to use a bonus action to use it right now since I've already got it out. I'm wondering if I've even got anything that uses a bonus action. Oh, I do.
Do you have any smites?
Smite.
Like smite spells? I was just curious.
So.
Go ahead. You found something, so you're good.
Yeah, but
more asking 'cause I'm curious.
It's sanctuary, so I don't know what that does though. Any creature who targets a warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make it. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna cast sanctuary. I'm gonna cast that on Dude Man next to me.
Okay.
That's my bonus action, and then my main action is going to be Thunderwave in this direction, like going out that way. So it's not going to hit the dude next to me. It's just going to hit this wolf. Okay. Yeah, because nothing else is within range. But I'm just going to do that. Ka-chow! I guess I can cast it at level 2 because I do have Misty Step, which is a level 2 spell. But I think I actually got that from a feat, so I'm not positive.
Yeah, I think you got that from your.
It's actually from Nimble Escape is what it is. The Nimble Escape feast.
You picked the Fey Touch.
Oh, well, maybe it's that. I don't know. I do know that
Fey Touched, which gives you. I think you got Misty Step from that, if I remember correctly.
So does that mean I can cast things up to level 2, or am I still just at level 1?
That's just at level 1.
All right.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
There you go.
All right.
So that rolled a DC of 14 and 10 thunder damage.
All right. So the dire wolf will have to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw. Rolled a 19, so it takes half damage, and it is not launched 10 feet away. All right. It didn't like that though. It already appears slightly hurt from the person that it's fighting. So it's already bloodied, as you might put it. About half of it are gone. Anything else for you, Droop?
That should be all I could do, unless I use. Can I use, since I'm in my mech or whatever? Can I use a repeating shot, or is that only on certain things?
So your repeating shot, because you do have some kind of ranged weapon. We think we talked about that before.
Yeah, so it's got like the magic missile shooter.
Okay, we'll basically make that a the way that Hendrix would have set that up would be it's kind of like a giant, almost looks like a Gatling gun, right? But
yeah, it's just a minigun, but it shoots magic missiles, and only twice.
We'll give you this, but it will do force damage, not radiant. So I dropped that onto there. Did not give you. Sorry, fixing that. Magic missile blaster. There we go. And I will fix the actual thing for that. You've already used an action casting your Thunderwave, and you cast Sanctuary, so you don't have any other things that you can do this turn. That's it. Your bonus action and all that. So I'm just currently trying to fix the thing in here. All right.
Dude, spell slots suck.
They do kind of suck, yes.
Like, everybody's like, oh, I can swing this thing twice. Wow, this is great. Woo, we're swinging stuff as much as I want. I'm just like, I've already cast my 3 spells. I'm going to go sit over here now and not do anything.
That'll be a intelligence. Range of 40 and 120. .2d6 plus intelligence. Force damage. Roll 20. Stop deleting what I write, please.
You do know there's already 2 magic missiles in my attack thing, right?
Yeah, this is different. This is a different thing that you'd be using.
Yeah, like for
It'll
some
actually
reason,
come-
all of my weapons are duplicated in my like attacks
Yeah,
and
this-
spellcasting.
This is more of a it'll have an attack roll because it's not because of the way that it's set up. So I just put the magic missile thing there in your underneath Thunder Gauntlets now.
All right.
Okay, that's it for Droop. We're on to Bertram.
Bertram.
Yes!
Yeah.
It is I, Bertram Cunningham III. First of all,
Of
I'm
Nottingham.
yes. I'm going to cast Bless on Droop, the mysterious figure, and myself.
Oh, okay.
What does Bless do? Could you put it in the chat, please?
I sure can.
Thank you.
There we go.
It pretty much lets you add a d4 to attack rolls and saving throws.
Yeah.
Attack
And
rolls,
you
ability
You
checks,
get
and
it
save.
once per turn.
Yeah, and that lasts some minutes, so I mean it'll probably last to the end of this battle.
Yes.
It lasts for 10 rounds.
And that's that bless box that was checked. There's one under the saving throws, and there's also one at the bottom of attacks and spellcasting. So I think if you check those now, while bless is active, it'll be automatically.
That's what I was saying. For Goros, it wasn't there for some reason, so I have to fix that.
Well, I didn't bless him, so it don't matter.
Okay.
Oh, get blessed.
All right. You got to go do something real quick.
Yeah.
I will fix that, though, on his character sheet while we... and what else are you doing, Bertram?
Well, that is a spell and an action, correct?
Is Bless an action, or is it a bonus action?
I don't know.
Should say underneath
It's
your...
one action.
One action, so then that's... Yeah. Do you have any bonus actions that you can use?
That's a good question. I am not...
I don't think there's much for...
I don't think so. I mean, I can't use another... Well, that's concentration, so it doesn't matter. I think everything else I have is concentration anyways, even if I wanted to. And I don't have...
most Paladin spells are.
Yeah, that's fine. I've never played a Paladin before. This is my first time. I need to select my bless stuff since I did that to myself. I'm gonna move up, see how much I got. 30 speed. Is this embankment here? Is this gonna cost me extra? I wanted to go up or anything?
It's difficult terrain, so
Okay.
it will cost double the normal movement.
That's fine. I will not do that. I will move over here to try to split the difference here, and I will take up residence there in my turn.
Okay. And we will move on to the other direwolf that sees you approaching.
Yes.
And seeing as you are closer than the other figures and less well guarded, according to its feeble mind, it is going to come up to you and attempt to bite you.
Yes.
For a 19 to hit.
Yes.
Just hits, yeah.
Just about. Well, it's my armor class is 18, so it's
Yeah. So that is 10 piercing
cool.
damage,
Cool.
need you to make a strength saving throw as it tries to knock you prone.
And I've got bless, so 12 plus 2.
14 is enough.
Yes.
So you kind of, as it leaps at you and bites down onto your gauntlet, you are able to just prevent it from dragging you down to the ground. You kind of push it off of yourself.
Okay.
You still feel that bite; it hurts. pretty good there, but you've felt worse being a paladin.
Okay.
All right. So then we are going to move on to the mysterious figure. And he's looking at the werewolf that is in front of it. Not werewolf, the dire wolf that is in front of him. Let me see. And the first thing he does is you watch as the weapon that he's holding, it appears to be a long sword. He begins to cast a spell onto it, and you watch as it begins to kind of writhe with magic. As he puts a branding smite onto his weapon. So, there's the branding smite for anybody that is curious.
Makes it hot.
Yes.
Hot.
And
It's
then
so
he
hot.
goes in with his weapon in two hands and tries to attack this direwolf for a 27 to hit, which is definitely enough to hit this direwolf.
Dang.
So that will be 11 slashing damage
Nice.
as he cuts into this thing. And then I believe it says 2d6 radiant
Yes.
Nice.
for another, so 17 total damage to this dire wolf. And then as you're watching this dire wolf kind of limp backwards, it's also now giving off just some dim light in about a 5-foot radius around it. So I'm as the branding smite kind of takes effect.
Nice. Glorious.
Yes.
And then I think that is it for his turn. Move on to the werewolf, who is just standing back and watching. He kind of growls and yips at these creatures, but does not seem to want to engage at this time.
Curious.
So then now we are on to Goros.
All right. So, sorry, I'm just going over my abilities right now. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is cast Bardic Inspiration on, let's see. Okay, crap.
See, it has to be within 60 feet of you, which is all of your allies.
Mm-hmm.
You also do, I believe, as the type of bard you are, you can also use your Bardic Inspiration to use another ability on your enemies as well, if
Okay,
you wish.
so I'm sorry, I'm trying to go over all this.
You're good. Who? I guess who's your target for it? Who do you want to give Bardic Inspiration to?
Well, that's what I'm trying to see. So I have these abilities to use.
Yep, and if you go to your character sheet, you can actually look at all of your abilities. You have four, like you see on the right hand side underneath core, you have like all of your personality traits, ideals, bonds, flaws. Nope. Go back to core.
Okay.
So if you scroll down, then you see you have numbers on the right hand side. It says Bardic Inspiration, then 4 and 4.
Yes.
And then just underneath that, you actually see Bardic Inspiration. If you click on that, it'll open it up and give you the full description of Bardic Inspiration right there.
Okay.
And if you click on the little, like if you hover over Bardic Inspiration, you should see a little speech bubble.
Mm-hmm.
You can click on that and you can actually put that out for everybody to see.
Okay.
So there you go. So you can target somebody within 60 feet of you that can hear you, which is everybody. And you can give somebody a Bardic Inspiration die, which is, I believe, at 3rd level is a D6.
Okay.
And then they can use it once. And then it fades away.
Okay, so that's... okay, I'm starting with the base. So I can move, one action, a bonus, and a reaction. Okay, so...
Yep.
I'm going to first move... let's see... kind of more here centralized to middle of these guys.
So
right?
Good. Yes.
So
You're at the end of the embankment, so it's not causing any trouble.
Yeah, so because I think Jared already took damage, like pretty heavy damage, I'm going to go ahead and heal him up. Or use the Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. You want to use a Bardic Inspiration on him?
Yes. So...
How do you inspire me?
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm trying to get...
Do you say something to him to inspire him?
Yes, I found the list here.
Yes.
Let me hear
prepared.
it. Let me hear it.
Your grandchildren shall tell the tale of this moment.
Yes! I feel inspired.
All right. Also, if you scroll down a little bit underneath Bardic Inspiration to the other abilities you have, you should see another one there that will apply to if you heal him with your Bardic Inspiration. I just opened it up for you.
Magical Inspiration?
Mm-hmm. You can put that out on the chat
I could heal because I'm a paladin, so...
Yeah. But if somebody else does it, you can hit things.
Okay. Alright, so I have to roll a d20.
So are you healing him first?
Yes.
Are you gonna cast a spell to heal him? What spell are you using? You can go to your spells and pick one.
Let's go with...
think.
Healing Word.
All right. Now, normally, because your Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action, and so is Healing Word. Normally, you wouldn't be able to use them both in the same turn. However, if you want to forego your regular action, you can use that to heal him. So that way you're playing support, basically. I don't think you can do 2 bonus actions in a turn normally, but and if that is a rule, I think it's dumb. So you can use your... Basically what I'm saying, yes, you can do that. So go ahead and click on your Healing Word.
Okay, back over there. Spells, Healing Word.
Click on Healing Word.
Level 1.
It'll ask you what level you want to cast it at. Do you want to cast it at level 1 or second level? You have first and second level spell slots.
Let's go second level.
Ooh.
Okay. So you click on second level and then hit OK. And then so you healed him for 9.
Okay.
Oh.
That is 4 for the higher level casting, and then 5 for the for like the regular spell. And then Jared, this is where you get to choose. Do you want to use the Bardic Inspiration die to give you more healing, or do you want to save it for something else?
Oh, so I still get the inspiration and the healing?
Yes.
I will save the inspiration because that healed me up almost all the way.
Yeah. The cool thing is the bard at second level, I believe, gets this ability called Magical Inspiration. If a creature has a Bardic Inspiration die from you, and then either you or somebody else casts a spell that restores hit points or deals damage, the creature can roll that die and choose a target affected by the spell. Add the number rolled as a bonus to the hit points regained or the damage dealt. The Bardic Inspiration die is then lost. So, not only can you add it to your attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can now also apply it to a damage roll, if it's a spell case. So, kind of cool there.
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
So you've moved, you used an action and a bonus action. You just don't forget you do have a reaction if you end up wanting to use that, if you have something you can react with.
Okay, there's nothing to react with though, so
not right now. That reaction can take place on someone else's turn. as well. So like if like a monster runs past you but does not like stop and attack you or anything like that, like if it runs past you and leaves your threatened area, you can make an attack of opportunity, which means you can attack it when it's not your turn, stuff like that. That's what reactions are for. There are some spells that are reactions as well.
Can I heal like that? Let's say like Eddie takes a hit. Can I heal him on the spot then, or
there's no? I don't think there's any reaction healing spells actually.
Yeah. Specific spells I think should indicate if they can be used as a reaction, like counter spell is a spell that can be used as a reaction, but I don't think there's any healing that does reaction. That'd be cool though.
Yeah, might have to make something up.
He could, if he hadn't taken his action, could he have held an action to heal someone if they took damage?
Yes, you can do that, but that's a held action. That's a whole different story.
That's about as close as you're gonna get, I think, to reaction healing.
Until I homebrew something, because I find that kind of silly. All right, and then we are on to the injured direwolf's turn. And it is going to just, again, it's going to take a bite at the strange figure that it's been fighting, since he's the one who's damaged it the most so far. For a 15 to hit, I just need to check. I think I already know. Pretty sure it's a miss, but yep, that is still a miss. He kind of deftly, kicks it away as it comes to bite in at him. That's all that direwolf can do. So we are on to Droop. What are you doing?
I see you've forgotten about my sanctuary spell, but that is fine. You didn't hit him anyway.
The sanctuary deactivated when this figure attacked.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. I thought it deactivated when it gets to my turn.
No, unfortunately, I didn't realize that it deactivated when the character under sanctuary attacks something. So that's my bad.
Okay. Well, that's fine. It doesn't matter. You didn't hit him anyway. You didn't hit him anyway.
I don't think it would have hit him anyway, but
Droop is just gonna move. He doesn't care about getting hit or nothing. He's just gonna move. That's why. I need to go. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna move.
I see what you're going for.
I'm gonna move to right there. So I'm gonna take the attack of opportunity from the direwolf thingamabob.
Okay. So this is the case of a reaction, Zach. He moved away from the direwolf out of its threatened area. So as he moves away from it, it will try to bite him.
Yes.
Don't forget too, though. I think you can, as a bonus action, disengage because you have one of your skills that does that as a goblin.
So you're talking to the wolf that he was just in front of that tried to bite him as he moved away?
Yes.
Okay.
I think you have nimble escape, Eddie. That's what you were asking about a little bit ago.
Yeah.
That lets you do that as a bonus action, just so you know that for the future.
Yeah. Also, I have
so the direwolf,
so I could just teleport.
You could, mist away from it. Mm-hmm. But it's going to try to bite at you. I don't think a 14 hits you.
No.
Because your AC is stupid high.
You need to hit a 21 to hit old Droop.
Yep. That mech suit is something else.
Yeah.
All right. And what are you doing over there, Mr. Droop?
Let's see. Well, I thought I found a bonus action that I could use, but I guess not. I don't know, dude. I don't know any of these spells.
Spells.
Yeah. Well, they're just all different.
Yeah.
So I can't. That's a circle 5. That's not anything I could do with an action or anything. The snare spell, I can't do that with.
Put it out on the.
Yeah, I can't do that. It's just a thing. It's an abjuration.
Yeah, 'cause it takes a minute to cast.
Yeah.
So it would take you 10 turns to cast.
Sean.
Yeah.
Can I point of order something? I got hit, and I had bless up. I need to roll to make sure bless is still up because it's a concentration spell.
Oh,
It just
That
occurred
is
to me.
correct.
Because this will affect Droop.
Yeah,
'cause
DC is 10. So go ahead and
So-
roll a Constitution saving throw.
Do I get the benefits of Bless when I'm rolling a save for Bless?
Yeah.
I think so,
Yeah.
because it
Because
would
it's
still
not
be
down
there until
you
it
lose
fails.
concentration. So,
Okay.
Yep.
Just checking. It's a 9 and a 3? 12?
Yeah. Yep. You're good. DC is 10.
Okay.
It's either half the damage dealt or 10, whichever's higher.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, Eddie. I just wanted to...
No, you're fine.
No,
bud.
that was very good. Thank you for pointing that out and keeping all of us honest.
I'm not
All right,
used to concentration stuff. I don't have much experience with spells and stuff like that.
It's one of those really difficult things. Even in my games, my other games with a DM who's a lot more experienced than I am, we all forget about concentration like nearly 90% of the time. So it's not just you, I promise.
So you're still blessed there, Droop.
Yay.
blessed.
You've been blessed by the power of flame and vengeance.
So how big's the cone for Thunderwave? Is it
15 feet. You could
Okay,
hit
so
the
how
werewolf
big's the cone?
next to you,
yeah?
up to the werewolf if you wanted to.
So the cone is like that big?
Yeah. Yeah, if you aimed
it's
it that way, you
Yeah.
could.
So if I'm aiming it this way, the
Oh,
cone
here, let me.
is that big.
Yes, you could aim it in such a way that it would hit them. Yes.
Yeah, so it's gonna hit both of them. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go Thunderwave at level 1. So they need to hit a DC of 14, and it's 8 thunder damage.
Let me just-
Oh,
Yeah, that would you have it aimed in such a way that it would hit them. Yes.
Okay.
I'm just checking using the effects there. Because that's a kind of cool thing that we can do.
wow.
All right. So DC 14 Constitution save, though
Yeah.
the dire wolf will go first. Oh, okay. Apparently, I opened up the werewolf's sheet, so it will go first. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a 4.
that's a
All right.
failure.
That's a 4. So the werewolf is going to go flying backwards and take that damage, and the dire wolf
Yeet that werewolf.
is going to. The dire wolf is only going to take half damage, as it somehow holds its ground compared to the werewolf. You'd think it would be the other way around.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't really paying attention. Like, he obviously wasn't that interested in what was going on. He wasn't
No.
expecting freaking mech goblin to come up and blast his ass.
Speaking
Yeah.
of which, do you have a visual for us for your Thunderwave?
There's just a little bitty speaker that comes down on my shoulder like this, and I have a microphone, and I just go.
You're yelling Droop into it.
Yeah, it's just like it's more deep, man. Like my name is
it's
Death.
everything I ever wanted and more from
Yeah.
Droop here. All right, so the werewolf goes flying back and is now, on the ground over there. The dire wolf is still standing there to the side of you. You have anything else that you want to do?
I don't have any. Well, if I cast Sanctuary, it'll take it off the other dude, right?
It's already
The-
off of him.
Okay, all right. Well, I guess I'm gonna cast Sanctuary. Well, no, I don't want to, because if I do, then that's my last slot.
I wouldn't
can't do anything.
use. I was gonna say I wouldn't use the spell slot on that right now.
Well, see, I can't though because I only have 3 spell slots. I've used them all. All right, great. We're done.
Easy,
We're done using
decided,
spells.
and done.
Now you get
Yeah.
to punch things with your Thunder Gauntlets and your giant.
But
mech.
that's not a bonus action, though.
No, it's not.
can't
But
do
you
it.
can still punch things next turn.
Man, we ain't got nothing in the way of bonus actions, man. We screwed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then we will move on to Bertram. You watched as Droop screamed his name into a strange-looking device, and everything went flying backwards.
And I'm inspired by the words of my compatriots. A flame of vengeance guide me, and I will flank this mofo. Where do I need to actually be? Like, will that be a flank?
Up 1.
Up one? Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
That's good enough.
Without leaving his range, I just circle around him gracefully, my hair flowing in the wind. It's more akin to a dance than an actual like combat maneuver. Oh, so stupid. And
It's glorious. Stupid is glorious.
No, I mean,
so you're saying you're just like you're doing
not
this
quite,
out there? Is that what you're doing?
not quite, but
You're
like
just sitting there going like going into
Are
a
you a
fight.
man in tights?
it's women in tights.
In the world, look at my fights.
Anyway,
Anywho, I'm going to attack him with my long sword. I have advantage.
okay.
I also have Bless. I also have Bardic Inspiration if I need it. This mofo going down. So
Yeah, he is.
I'm one-handing because I've got my shield equipped and I'm not unequipping it unless I can unequip it and re-equip it without it costing an action or anything.
I would say you could do that if you wanted to.
Well, what I mean is like if I unequip my shield now, am I going to be able to put it back up before the end of my turn to protect me?
Yeah, you can do that.
I know
Basically,
that's not normally, but
you can use it. Basically, look at it this way: an object interaction to put it away, bonus action to take it back out, if you want to do it that way. Because you don't have anything else for bonus actions right now.
I don't think I have any bonus actions, so I'll accept that. All right, well then I will put I'll put my shield on my back, pull my sword out, and prepare for a long sworded attack at advantage.
Do that again.
Two-handed.
Oh!
Two-handed. Yes.
Well, it's a dirty 20 plus 1, but the 1 is just a bless, so it's still a 21.
Are you also going to?
I know what you're going to say.
Smite the
I don't need reminder. I've already planned it. Thank you very much.
I have to ask.
Yes, I will be doing Divine Smite. Of course.
All right. So go ahead and
and
roll your damage, and you should be able to just click on the Divine Smite checkbox as well, and
Yep.
it should let you do that. So
already there, baby.
cool.
Here we go. So that's 10 radiant
Nice.
damage and 6 slashing damage for a total of 16 damage.
And then I guess because of the Divine Smite, you can also add another D6 of the Bardic Inspiration damage if you would like.
Why the heck not? D6 and add 3 to that.
All right, so that is 19 total damage. So that removes your Bardic Inspiration at this point, but that's still a nice chunk of damage there. Ha! So let's see, that is. And this thing now looks severely injured. Because I imagine this is like more than just like one. It's not like you're just chopping into it with one attack. You're like dancing around it, deftly like striking at it, multiple hits. Basically, you've almost lopped off one of its four legs, and it has a couple of really good like lacerations along its side as you've just cut into this thing. And then it's also smoking from the Divine Smite damage, from that burst of light that comes from your core.
Okay.
Anything else for you?
I
Because you've
don't-
moved a little bit. You've
I'm
attacked.
just double checking my abilities to make sure I don't have anything. Hold on. Because I have Shield Master feat.
Oh, if that's the case, then yeah, you don't even need to worry about doing a bonus action to take your shield out.
Okay.
I'll say that's just an added bonus of Shield Master.
But I think all it really lets me do, I can use a bonus action to shove a creature, but I really don't see the point in shoving this creature. It really wouldn't make a difference unless I can push it down or something. But I don't think that's a thing.
It would be difficult in the situation you're in right now.
Yeah. So I think I did that. Yeah, I think I'm just good. I'll be good.
Okay.
I'll end my turn.
Re-equip your shield and good to go.
Yeah. I'm just going to
Alright.
assume it does it automatically.
Yeah. Yeah, in this case, because I totally forgot about your shield mastery, so yeah, it's just a free action all around for you to don and doff your shield.
Nice. Just like in a
Right,
very
then-
like one fluid motion, like it just like
Exactly.
shield, sword, shield, and then
All right, and so
Grace.
this direwolf that you just damaged is now going to turn again because you just dealt it a huge attack on it.
I
It's
dealt
going to
it, so now
attempt
I
to-
must smelt it.
That's a 21 to hit.
He's missing it.
That's only 6 piercing damage, and another strength saving throw, if you please.
And I still have bless.
Yes, you do. And don't
Well,
forget your Constitution save
yeah,
at the
well,
end of this.
Yes. 11 plus 1.
DC was 13. You are
Shite.
prone, my friend.
Cool. I'm just going to assume that bless is.
Make your
if you go-
Constitution save.
Constitution, don't fail me, bitch. 7 plus
I'm-
4.
11 is good enough.
So
10
everyone's
is
still
the DC.
blessed. I'm just laying down now.
You're just
This
praying,
thing,
that's all. You're
it's
just
kinda,
like,
it's kind of
oh!
like biting.
You got your
It's-
golden
it's-
hair all up like this, like, yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I'm kind of posing.
It's biting. You got your shield up. It's like it's got its jaws over your shield as you're on the ground. You know, all of that.
Oh no, I'm in a compromised position now. Oh no.
All right, we move on to the
Deborah, why?
Oh, please be gentle.
the mysterious warrior that is currently fighting the other one. Let me see.
Can I use, since we start every game with like a regular inspiration, can I use an inspiration point to re-roll my strength check?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm doing that. I'm doing
yeah.
it.
And that's another thing, Zach, is everybody starts the game with an inspiration point. Which lets you
19
re-roll.
plus 2.
Okay.
All right, so you are not prone then. So you guys have a glimpse of an alternate timeline that he went down. In this case,
I
he
like
is still
He
still
was
up.
so fabulous, he got right back
it.
up.
And sorry, I'm so amazing that
Yeah, you know
timeline
that- you know that
ceases
one
to
move?
exist.
Where you fall down, but then like immediately boom, right back up. That's what you do.
Like, no. I'm too fabulous for the ground.
He tripped. That's a lot. He tripped.
Yeah.
But I
Tripped.
trip, but I do like a roll and I spring right back up like it never happened.
What now?
Like nothing happened. Nothing happened. All right.
Right. Well, then you watch as the warrior around near you guys activates a spell again on his sword. This appears to be a different type of one. It's like you can see like a thunderous energy around his blade.
Ooh.
And he goes in to strike with the with his blade of mist
Ooh.
for a 27.
Damn.
I forgot.
Lord.
He has +2, correct?
Yeah.
He's just rolling really well right now. Don't worry about that. Those are like really high rolls because he rolls really high apparently. I don't know why. I do know why. It's because he can do certain things with his. Come on, go away. Yeah, yes, I get it. There's a.
He can do things other men just can't do.
He's special.
Currently, Roll20 just has the screen stuck, and I can't get the. Hey, perfect.
Sure. Blame it on Roll20. Fine.
always.
No. So it actually has the like when you put up the like when you look at the roll, like you can hover over it. It's just frozen right there. So I couldn't click on the damage, so I can't even see what Jared just said. So, but you watch as the as this blade just cuts into this wolf, and he definitely like lops off one of its legs, then the other leg, and then kind of stabs it up through the roof of its mouth as this dire wolf goes down, and then he will move over to here. And that is the end of his turn. And so then we move on to the werewolf. And it now that it's been hit by your Thunderwave,
Yes.
Droop, he is going to run at you.
Yes. Droop sees it and he's like, yeah!
And he's going to try, and it is just going to try to bite you.
Well, you can try.
14 is not going to be enough to hit you. He
No.
comes in with his claws as well. For a 22 to hit.
22. He barely gets me. He grazes a hose.
So that's 7 slashing damage.
Okay. So that takes 3 off of my tip and then 4 off of my other thing. There we go. Now, does that temporary HP, does that come back every...
You can use a bonus action to bring it back to yourself.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, a quick question, real quick. Can I use Silver Tongue as a bonus action to try to intervene in the future?
Put up Silver Tongue for me. I think that's the one that lets you have. No, so basically, you can treat all of your persuasion or deception checks as at least a 10.
Oh,
If you roll a 9 or lower, that you always roll at least a 10 for persuasion or deception.
Okay.
Which is awesome. So that will be all for the werewolf. It ran up and tried to attack you. So Goros, it is now your turn. The first direwolf is down. The werewolf has now joined the fray.
Okay, Alright, can I cast Bardic Inspiration again?
Yeah, you can do that up to 4 times a day, I believe.
Alright, I'm gonna cast it on our goblin friend here.
Yay, I'm inspired.
What do you say to Droop? Or Iron Droop?
Okay. I do not fear an army of lions if they are led by a lamb. I do fear an army of sheep if they're led by a lion. Kill him.
All right,
Droop
Droop,
like
you have
sheep.
a little...
Droop like sheep. Sheep soft.
Alright, second on Bardic Inspiration. Alright.
Yep, you're good.
Alright. There is that. And then...
So you have a D6. Excuse me. Droop, you have a D6 on your next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, as well as you can do that to damage if you cast something at them.
Oh, so I can increase damage? But
Yep.
I can't cast anything.
And then I'm going to move 15, 20, 30. Right there.
Okay.
Alright. And I believe I move a bonus.
You still have an action.
I still have an action, so
Yes. Take a
um,
look at what you got.
can I use Thunderclap and it would hit both of them?
Let me see. Put Thunderclap up.
Where is that? Oh, God.
Click on the. It's on your spells, which is open on your character sheet right now.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see. So it's only a 5-foot range from
Okay.
I believe
Whoops.
that's on you.
I don't mean to do that, sorry.
You're good. So that's you basically cast that around yourself, I believe.
Well, it says can be heard up to 100 feet, though.
Yeah. So target is each creature within range. Range is 5 feet. So that basically you can cast it around yourself. And then there's nothing within 5 feet of you that it would be hit by it, though.
Okay,
Yeah.
And it also, one thing about Thunderclap is it would hit allies as well.
Okay, can I use Fairy Fire on it?
Yeah, you can use Fairy Fire. That's
Use Fairy Fire on it. So let's see.
and so. Go ahead and put that up for me, so I know what your spell save DC is, and it's a Dexterity save on the direwolf.
Can I use it on the werewolf?
And you
instead?
could aim it to be in such a way that it hits both of them. So
Yeah.
that'll be DC 14 Dex saves for both of them. The direwolf succeeds. The werewolf. Where is your Dex save, Mr. Werewolf? There you are. That roll doesn't. Roll 20 switched it to GM, but it rolled an 8. So, there you go. The werewolf is now covered in fairy fire. What color is your fairy fire?
Oh,
You
let's
have
go.
blue, green, or violet?
Let's go green.
Green?
Yeah.
So the werewolf is now coated in this like green fire, making it easier for your allies to hit it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything?
Oh, yeah.
Anything else for you?
No, that's everything I can do.
All right. Well, that direwolf is dead, so we'll take that off the turn order. Droop, we're back to the top of the round.
Droop!
Let's go, Drew. Let's go.
What is the if I use my magic missile? Am I at disadvantage because it's a ranged attack, or is that?
Yes, you would be at disadvantage because of the type of weapon it is,
Okay.
or you could just punch the werewolf if you would like with your thunder gauntlets.
But I can't do it twice. But I can shoot magic missile twice because of repeating shot.
So repeating shot still, it just basically lets you ignore the loading feature. So you can shoot a magic missile type weapon, but you can still only shoot once, either way. You don't have multi-attack yet.
All right.
Fine.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us and watching us dipshits try to play a freaking game. Hope you're enjoying yourselves and...
Sorry, something happened out there. We had a problem with the dog. All right, so what are you doing to it? And don't forget, you still have cantrips.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to. I guess I'm going to cast Disengage as a bonus action.
Okay, so that's your
Yes.
nimble movement, correct? Nimble escape.
Disengage. Yeah, nimble escape. You can take a disengage or hide action as a bonus action on each of your turns. There you go. Bam, nimble escape. Let's close that and then close this. And now I shall take Droop, and we're gonna back up. At what point does it stop?
You're good right there.
Okay. All right.
It's one of those weird things. Like as soon as you're not within 5 feet of a hostile creature, you're good.
You cast Fairy Fire on it, right? So I have advantage.
Yes, you have advantage on the werewolf.
Alright, and then we're gonna shoot Magic Missile. Bah! There you go.
How is it?
So it's
22 to hit?
Yeah, 22 to hit, yeah.
That hits.
Nice.
And then that's 16 force damage.
All right. So you guys watch as Droop, pulls out wherever this like Gatling gun is located.
Yeah.
And just blasts these force energy bolts, and it just blows this werewolf like onto the ground. You can see holes in its chest as it got hit by this severely heavy hit. It's still alive, but it's definitely showing injury.
One tough canine.
Ooh, but that's the end of my turn.
Okay, then Bertram.
Yes.
You still have this obnoxious direwolf in front of you.
You would be correct. Okay, I'm gonna do a two-hand him again. Why not?
Okay.
No longer at advantage, because my ally moved away. Thanks. No, I'm just kidding.
Should be fine.
The thing's almost dead. I don't want to hear it.
Don't point those at me, boy. Don't point those at me. Both of them. Okay. But I still have Bless, correct? It hasn't worn off, and I haven't lost it somehow.
Oh, I could have used my freaking Bardic Inspiration for damage. Damn it!
Oh, roll your
Do it.
d6 if you'd like.
Okay. 1d6, 1d. Just roll the damn thing. God, there we go.
All right.
3. So that's
All right.
so 19 damage.
So you did 19 total damage, which is a really heavy hit.
So,
All
I am curious, if I move here, is that flanking the wolf with our mystery friend?
Yes.
Is he
Yes, it
considered
is.
an ally?
He is considered an ally. You have come in to help him.
Okay. Well, then I will go there, and then I will get advantage. And screw you, wolf. And I will attack two-handed with the might of vengeance at my side. For 13 to hit.
I just realized how prejudiced we are. We came into this thinking that the dude was in trouble. It could have been the werewolves.
It's true. It's true.
A 13 will still hit. Just
Okay.
Well,
Well,
swing too, man.
how's he looking, by the way?
the direwolf.
Yeah.
Pretty injured actually. It's hurt pretty bad.
You know what? Because Bertram would do it, I'm gonna pump in a divine smite with this as well.
Okay.
Because
Go for it.
He can suffer no enemy, especially one who has done so much damage against me, and tried to tried to shove me to the ground. I don't think so. Take this.
Yes, do it.
8 and 8.
That's hate for
16 damage.
That's a lot of
All
damage
right.
on something that was
How-
about to die.
Hey, it had 14 hit points left. So
Oh my
how do
God.
you end
Oh
it?
wow.
I hold the sword above me by the powers of vengeance and the flame of inquisition, and I just bring it down.
Is he extra mad because it tried to mess with your hair?
Your
He
Your
flow,
failed.
glorious golden
He
locks?
failed to mess up the hair, so
your flow, man.
But it tried.
nah.
What the top off your hair?
All right. Well, so you just kind of blast right through it.
Yeah,
This thing
it's-
is now just a husk of what it was, and is now dead on the ground.
Biznitch.
Anything else for you?
I don't have any bonus actions, I don't think. I mean, I got the shield thing. But what does it need to do? Let me look at it real quick. If no, I'm not. I'm going to move up to him,
Okay.
but I will end my turn. Reshielded.
Okay. Yes.
And I'll do like a thing with my hair, like you tried,
flip.
y'all tried, but y'all failed.
Perfect.
Tresemme, bitch.
All right. Well, then this guy down here is going to look at the werewolf that he was fighting. Let me see. He's going to use a bonus action to he points his sword at it, and as he does, you can almost see the sword morph into and turn into a different weapon. Turns into a crossbow that is now same misty form and everything. And then you watch as like this dark, shadowy mist kind of forms around the werewolf as he seems to curse it, like with this baleful curse. I just need to adjust something on his character sheet. You guys will find out what he is after the battle. So, thank you. And he will then point this now crossbow at this creature and shoot it at it for a crit. That's a
Damn.
natural 20. No, actually, hold on.
I love how you got a crit and a crit. At the same, it's like a crit 20 with a crit fail.
Let's see. No, he rolled a he actually rolled a 19, but because of the curse that he just put on this guy, it still crits. So he will then shoot this crossbow at it. And that's actually the max damage for him. So
Gosh, can you guys quit
for me-
yawning? You're making me tired just watching you guys.
all right, so that's I'm sorry. I'm trying.
Gosh.
Am I
Killing me over here.
yawning? I don't think I'm yawning, am I?
I know. I just did.
I did too.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, but you watch this crossbow bolt. It has the same misty quality as the crossbow does. Just kind of pierce right into this thing's chest, come out the other side. It's still alive, but now is very much on its last legs. All right. And since you are right there next to it, actually no, hold on. It is going to action disengage
As
and
you
then
wish.
start booking it. So it's running away.
Oh.
Oh,
Are you guys going to chase it?
Yes.
Droop will. Droop will chase.
It is a
It
werewolf.
knows
It
when
is a
it's-
creature, an unnatural creature of darkness. Let me share the light
Okay.
with it.
All right. Well, then that's going to be its turn as it begins to run away. Goros, what are you doing?
I am going to pursue.
Okay.
Right there I am. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. I'm going to use Vicious Mockery on it.
Yes. How do you mock this creature as it begins to run?
I'm going to mock it real good. All right, here we go.
Come on.
Here we go. I found a good list here.
Is it on Reddit?
Oh,
Like
I
a
hope
list of
not.
100?
You're going to make an excellent belt.
Yes, I have the same list for my part.
God.
All right, so that is a wisdom saving throw on the werewolf's part.
Come on.
Damn it.
It does not seem to be affected by your vicious mockery, although your allies certainly get a good laugh out of it.
Does
Okay.
you? But you have an inspiration you can use, right? Can he
No,
make you reroll?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, he can make the werewolf reroll.
like
if you'd
your the normal inspiration that we get for when we start each
Yeah,
game.
you can.
Let's do it.
So then, all right. So then we'll make it re-roll. Still a 16. That's all right.
That's a good.
Any bonus actions for you?
Bardic Inspiration counts as bonus action, right?
Yep.
Well, since
Yes, it does.
Droop has one, I'm gonna put one on Jared or Bertram. So
You could also, if you want, say that you cast it on the enemy beforehand, and it actually makes it roll that d6 and subtract it from its saving throw. That's the Eloquence Bard special ability. I'll pull it up for you real quick. Going to your
I
core.
like that on.
Essentially, he
so
would
you
roll
have-
a
you have-
d6, and that would subtract whatever he rolls from his save total.
Yeah, so you could say that you use this as a bonus action beforehand. I just put it up on the screen for you.
Okay,
It's unsettling words.
let's do that then. Okay.
All right. So then go ahead and roll a d6. So 16 minus 4,
12.
that's 12. So so roll your damage as the vicious mockery sets in. It is unsettled by your words.
All right. Which one do I roll?
Let me see. I believe vicious mockery is a d4.
D4.
So just yep, on the side over there.
Woo!
You maxed out another 4 damage to it.
All right.
And it kind of clutches the side of its head as that happens. Stumbles over a bit. Still standing. But I believe that's it for you, yeah?
That's everything.
Droop. Oh yeah, and you don't have that anymore, Droop, because you used you used that to do extra damage.
Yes.
Come on. Roll 20. I swear I will destroy you. There we go. All right. Go ahead.
All right. I'm trying to make a decision real quick. So we still have advantage against it, right? Correct? Because of the fairy
Yes,
fire?
it still has the fairy fire on it. Yes.
Alright, so probably just the best thing for me to do would be to shoot it with magic missile.
Are you doing the actual wand of magic missiles, or are you doing the magic missile gun?
The gun, because Droop
All
doesn't
right.
have a magic missile wand.
Fair enough.
He just has this. Bam! 24 plus 4 to hit.
That will hit. Roll your damage and describe
15
its
damage.
death, because it doesn't have enough hit points to survive anything that you do to it at this point.
Damn.
You see the werewolf running over Heel and Dale. He's going out of the shot, into the shot. He's just like, oh god! And all of a sudden you hear in the background, and all of a sudden it's just. That's it.
The epic turn away and everything.
Yeah, just basically like all we hear, like it cuts to us, and all we hear is, and it's just like, and we know the werewolf got hit and he's dead.
Nice.
All right.
Good job, team.
Cool. Well, there you go. There's your first bit of combat there for you too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wanted to add some early combat into this. Not technically part of the one shot, but I wanted you guys to get some combat in just so you could get used to some of the initiative. So there we go. So now that you guys have removed the enemy presence,
Want my leather belt?
you can head over to it and start stripping it of fur if you would like.
Jeez,
All right.
everyone's first inclination is just to start just like dismantling once living creatures.
Are you going for the werewolf or are you going for the dire wolves?
Werewolf.
Well, you get over to the werewolf, and it has transformed because it was a werewolf. It is now a humanoid, a normal human,
Is he dead?
male. He is dead. It's just a body.
I hope he's dead. I just gotta blow him up. I like artillery him. He's dead.
Yeah.
Because I was told druids could like transform you their health back. I don't know if they're saying the werewolf there. So
No,
Okay.
they don't have the same thing. So
okay, just want to make sure.
no, basically half of his face is gone. So
Nice.
yeah, so there's no belt material there for you
Oh, darn.
unless you want human skin belt.
No, I will live with what he had though with him.
Okay, he didn't really have anything on him. Like he's got like simple like woolen clothing that kind of transforms with him. It's kind of torn and tattered because of the transformation. He doesn't really seem to be wearing a belt.
Okay, so no like maps, no secret instructions. He's got nothing on him.
Yeah, you found actually a little belt pouch. Got some coins in there.
Oh, cool. I'll split it with you guys. So
You're saying
Like,
he's not naked?
He's not naked. It's just tattered, torn clothing.
Yes.
Like the Hulk?
Yeah,
Somehow,
basically.
he always
And there's like
still
a
has
rope.
pants.
A rope that basically worked as a belt for him, but it's just a rope.
okay, so I'll split the money evenly between the three of us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
I'm gonna walk over to the dude man and be like, Droop, protect.
Droop? You said your name is Droop?
Droop, yes.
I haven't seen people in a little while. I've been stuck on this misty path without a map. My master sent me down here to investigate the Shadowfell, and I appear to be stuck somewhere between the planes.
Ah, Droop have map. Points at. I'm gonna point at
Fancy pants.
Fancy Pants points and Droop points at Fancy Pants and says, "Droop have map. Droop have map to treasure. You know where treasure is. You show Droop treasure."
Bertram will approach with the map. Greetings, friend. What should we call you?
Sorry, I fear my manners escaped me. My name is Erizar. I am something a little different. I take the appearance of my master, but then he transforms right before your eyes into an almost exact copy of Bertram, just in like roguish clothing instead of the, I assume, chainmail that you're wearing. He says, "I am a changeling. I can appear to be whatever I want. I am from another realm. I found my way to Faerun, and now appear to be stuck here. Don't know where I am." And he transforms back into his shade-like guise.
Before he turns back, I wanted Bertram to look at himself, like do one of those things where he kind of like wipes his mustache or whatever. He's like, "Damn, I'm looking good."
Yeah, I mean, he does that. He stays long enough like that so that you could do that.
Okay. That's all I
When he
want.
trains his back, Droop's just like, "Oh, good. Too many Fancy Pants."
He looks over at you, Droop, and kind of turns into a goblin. He's not in your armor or anything, but he's looking up at you. And then changes back into himself again.
Like, okay.
Just to see what his reaction is.
Okay. Oh.
Well, it
there you go.
appears if you have a map, would you like to help me get out of this place?
Yes, if you give Droop treasure. Droop want treasure.
I don't know much about treasure, but I'm sure wherever this place goes will have some sort of treasure if you say you have a map that goes there.
Okay.
By the way, and you watch as the crossbow that he has just kind of vanishes. It like turns to mist around him. He bows. I'm a warlock. My patron, as the you may know something of it, as I'm a warlock of the Hexblade. I can summon weapons at will, which is why you don't see any weapon on me. He does have a shield, like strapped across his back. But I have some magical might if we need it. I'm sure I can be of use to you if you need some assistance in combat.
Okay, but you get no treasure. You show, though.
I will do my best to help you find treasure.
Okay.
Goras, what are you doing while this is happening?
I'm just observing, and he's from a different realm.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're just going with it. I'm thinking at this time, okay, so different realms. Like this guy's out there. I think a lot of his weapons are using mists and stuff. So I kind of want to keep an eye on him because of the mist we saw before.
Are you saying that you would like to make an insight check on him
I
to
would.
see if he's telling you the truth?
Yes.
Go for it.
I don't really trust it. Where is it? There we go.
Now,
Four.
that is a critical failure.
Okay.
So even with that +4,
Could I
ahead.
like assist him in an insight since I'm proficient with insight?
you can make your own insight. You can't really assist somebody much with insight.
Can I?
Can I do it as well? Just like,
Yeah, you can all make insight checks.
We're all so
Goras,
suspicious.
You trust him implicitly. He is telling you the truth and knows everything about where he is going.
8.
16. Ooh.
I got a 16.
Yeah, Bertram, you can make whatever assumptions you want on your own. Obviously, obviously, I'm joking about the critical failure. You can make whatever your own. It's just,
He's good in a fight and devilishly good looking. I think we can have him on our team.
But you can make whatever you think Goras might think. Obviously, so just so you're aware of that.
Something that his son don't seem right. We should keep an eye on him. But
And
we're
then Droop,
in though.
Yes.
with your 16,
Yes.
you can tell he's being honest. He's not trying to hide anything from you. He does not know how long he's been in the mists.
Ah.
Can we ask
Droop
him
knows.
to get in the mists?
He tells you that he was sent to investigate a place called Chalet Brantifax. Apparently, there are some Shadowfell crossings there. His master sent him there to investigate the possibility of undead coming from the Shadowfell and to plug the holes to make sure that they cannot come to our world.
Why would he think undead are coming?
So his master, he tells you, is a cleric that despises the undead. And the Shadowfell is well known for undead coming out of the Shadowfell. So if there is a shadow crossing, then undead could come from the crossing and start leaking into the material plane.
Okay.
So that is his fear, and so he sent off his apprentice to go and investigate.
All right.
We can't allow that.
No undead here.
Oh.
No, only rotten werewolves. The evil creatures.
We slay them all.
And you don't even need to make nature checks on this. You know werewolves are typically aligned, like their alignments would be evil, mechanically. You know that they are typically very evil creatures. So you definitely you can tell just based off of that alone that there was a werewolf telling these direwolves what to do, that you made the right choice in the joining the combat on the side you did.
Bertram would know that werewolves are always evil and should be smoked.
Yes, just like goblins, right?
You, my small friend, are an exception to the rule, but yes, normally that would be true.
And Goros is going, are there any female werewolves out there?
Whoa,
I'm sure there are.
quite the adventurous, aren't you?
Ew.
Anyways,
And,
awkward now.
yeah.
Droop just like points back at at Bertram's book. He's like, treasure. Where? Where treasure?
All right.
Should we,
Well, speaking of,
Yeah. Go ahead.
go ahead, Jared.
I was gonna say, should we, rest up a bit and then maybe take a break?
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe we take a short rest if you guys want.
Do we want to take a long rest to get everything back, or a short rest just for health?
Yeah, whatever you guys want to do. You're safe enough right
So
now.
does short rest give spell slots back?
Only for warlocks.
Okay, well then I want a long rest because I actually like playing the game.
Yes, right? Same.
All right. Well, then we can take a long rest here, and we'll come back at the turn of the hour.
All right. Yeah, we can do that. 10 minutes. 10 minutes?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
my
We can
goodness.
grab a drink, go to the bathroom, snack up if need be.
All right.
Yeah, all right, well, we'll
All
be
right.
right back, guys. Don't go nowhere. We shall return.
the doors.
Myself. Yes, they can now hear us and see us. We're back. Oh. Hi, guys. We're back. It's all good.
Hello.
You're safe
Insert
now.
insert viewer name here.
Choose
We're
your
at
own
the
adventure.
Hand and Horn. That's where we are.
I think the forest?
Yeah.
The forest?
Yep.
Behind
You're
the
at
forest
3
below
Tree
that.
Hill.
Oh,
Three Tree Hill. I thought we were at the Hand and Horn.
Eddie's disappearing on me again.
Now
Yes, I'm right back there.
you guys went into the forest, and so you guys were basically going up to this arch, right here in the forest. When you met up with Irizar, your mysterious new traveling companion.
Dude, I hate Roll20 so much.
I mean, so we could, if we all wanted to relearn the thing, we could potentially switch over to D&D Beyond, but that's a lot of work. So
Okay, let's do it.
Right now, during the stream.
Midstream, let's go.
I'm just talking in general. If we wanted to do
Yeah.
that, I could try to get all this stuff for it and do it. But it might take a little while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you can't import all your books and everything over to
Yep.
that.
You are correct, sir.
So you'd have to buy them all over again, and that's not worth it. Dude, like, what is this? Like musical chairs, man.
Zach's just gone completely.
Yeah, he just like totally left.
I think he
disappeared.
had to refresh the entire page because it's probably giving him issues.
Yeah.
If his computer is anything like mine,
I can't see it. I'm gonna have to I gotta turn the page, like the thing off and turn it back on again. Like I'm just gonna go like that, and oh my gosh, dude, it's so jank, bruh.
well, while technical difficulties are being figured out,
Do.
and I am covering myself with a blanket because it is somewhat cold in this room that I'm in. Phenomena.
Gathering.
Those are your unsettling words. For anything that you hit with unsettling words, you just phenomena. And then they explode with, bardic energy. I don't know. All right. So
Do you see me at all?
Nope.
I just have a big loading screen on yours.
My gosh, dude. Why?
We need your glorious beard, Eddie.
Yeah.
Why? No, you don't.
It's not complete without the beard.
Also,
What is happening, dude?
while that's going on, Jared, I'm going to whisper you a note real quick.
And I will listen.
whispers.
Psst, 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 psst.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't know right now. I don't know. I don't know.
And that's /W space GM if you want to whisper it to me.
Wait,
Just
I'm
like,
so /GM, and then
yeah, /W and then GM and then type it out the way I just said.
so /W space GM, and then what you said.
Another space. Yep,
Why,
and then
why-
yeah.
this isn't sus at all, man.
No, I'm just curious to see if you put it together. You recognize the name there?
Kind of, I think. I don't. I'm struggling with too many things right now for you to be making me make big brain moves.
There you go. Oh. Hold on. I'm having some Roll20 issues. I'm just while we're waiting.
Apparently, it's time for Roll20 to go to sleep.
It died.
20 has majorly pooped the bed, and it will not change the sheets. It does not.
That's all. I just wanted to.
Yes, allow.
I cast fire spell. You guys can't hear it, but I just made a sound effect. So, like people at home could hear it. They heard me cast a fire spell.
Well, since Eddie's thing does not seem to want to face cam him.
How do you change
So
your
you-
avatar? Real quick. Like you've loaded your default avatar, Sean. How do you do that? I'll give Jared a fantastic avatar to have me.
I can only hope.
It's already up, but I don't remember how to change my actual picture for my
Oh,
person
all right. Well,
Well,
because I don't remember things like that. I was actually trying to figure it out the other day so I could get rid of the one that you guys see. But so you guys begin making your way through this misty forest, following the trail. that you currently have.
Mm-hmm.
And you
If-
come across a
I was gonna say, Eddie, if you want to send me a picture in Discord, I can whip something up real quick to put in your spot.
I have a picture
That'll
for
work.
you.
Great.
I don't like the way you said that.
Me neither, but I also do.
Lower.
Do you want this one?
Hold on.
Or do you want
Giggity.
this one?
Where are you sending it? Because I don't see nothing anywhere, dude.
It should be in the traveling bro thing. Maybe I need to hit enter. There we go. Yeah.
Might help.
The Undertaker on the second one is the one what I want you to capture.
Well, that's the one I'll go with then.
Or the
All right.
Mr. Mime, whichever one. It's up to you. I don't care.
I'll take her.
Excuse me?
Go with Taker.
Oh, I am. Don't worry. we can you can keep going, Sean. I
Right.
can do this while you're
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah, no worries. So you guys are making your way through the woods, and again, there's just that sudden, like, line right there at the end of the woods, and there's just this wooden bridge, covered wooden bridge that you begin to start walking under, with like a river underneath. Almost seems like a dry riverbed though. But now walking through, suddenly it's more of a desert landscape on the other side of the bridge. Some dead trees off in the distance, like more like desert in the U.S., not like Sahara Desert. Just you're not seeing dunes, you're seeing like the other type of desert. Because I know most people think when they say desert, I know what most people visualize.
I think of Arrakis.
Yeah. But you begin walking through that. Again, nothing else. Just the eerie silence now that the wolves are dead. You still have the birds, the ravens flying ahead of you. Nothing else of note as you begin making your way. You pass through the desert, through a swamp, then continue. You would say that you're probably going about west or so. If you had to give yourself like directions. As you turn, you pass by
okay,
a mountain so
You're not
just in case
joking, are you?
anybody's wondering, is I had the flu over the past week, so I still have a little bit of that crud, and just makes it. I have to clear my throat a lot. It's
Just
annoying.
making sure you're doing okay.
I'm okay.
Okay.
But you begin making your way past some craggy mountainous area with you even look off to the south of where you're traveling, and there's even what looks like a smoking mountain, what looks like maybe a volcano. But you continue along until finally the mists completely part. And as you come out of the mists, you look behind you to the path that you were on, and it's gone. The volcano, the mysterious desert, the swamplands, all of it. You come across a house on a hill.
There we go.
You got to put it under the
Appeared out of the
overlay.
corner of my
I
eye.
did. It's just delayed.
It's so much different when you see it close up.
Okay, I can pay attention again.
But you guys are now at what looks like a mansion almost on a hill. A couple of dead trees around it. There's still some light mist around, and even looking around you, there's still some mistiness to the area, but not nearly as thick as when you were going through the path that you were following.
Where are we
And
at?
like
on
I
the
said,
map?
all of you are now in this area. You've made it to the destination. Down.
Oh,
So-
wow. Good lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are You basically had no other problems traveling through this. There's just eerie silence along with the ravens that were leading you.
Okay.
And now these 4 ravens kind of fly up and go into the like tower of the house. Again, almost as if they were leading you there.
Yeah.
I'm going to now put you on a new map that you guys can explore.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Working with here. Oh.
It's going to be dark for a minute, so give me just a second. So, you are going to be... So you're walking up to this like manor looking place, and you are going to be going to... Come on.
You want me
Turn the
to
page.
do we need to drop our things down in there?
You will. I'm just trying to make sure I know exactly where you're supposed to be dropping. So you'll be right here. Should see a ping toward the top center.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And ignore this little thing down here. That's actually a different area entirely.
I
So.
see nothing. I mean, I do see. Sorry,
yeah.
I meant I don't see whatever you were telling us to ignore. Is what I meant. I do see things.
Okay. And
Still black.
where
Well, you're not
did
on
you
the
drop your
map,
token
dude.
somewhere?
What?
You got to drop
Did
your
you drop
character
your
on the
token
map.
somewhere?
Oh, okay, that's right. It's okay, so I go back.
Yep. So right, do you see where somebody's pinging?
Yeah.
You should see like the big
Hold on.
If you
my roll 20 is going really
if you
slow.
Oh, you're good.
We're probably not helping with the pinging. It's like graphics. Oh God. Is it still like everywhere we've been? Is it just that thick mist everywhere, or has it been kind of like?
This is a little bit less misty now.
Okay.
There's still mist around you, but it's not like quite so muffling as the other area was.
Okay.
Were you able to drop your character in?
No, I'm having problems. I double clicked it.
So, journal page, go to your name. Underneath the journal.
Floating again. Yeah, I go into my name. It's there. I'm
Where you would click, where you would open your Dick. You can click on your name and it opens your character sheet, right?
Yeah. Hey, come on.
Just drag and drop Goros onto the map.
I don't know what it is about it. I cannot get this figured out.
And you don't need to double click.
Are you clicking on the plus sign next to your name to open up another thing? You should see your name Goras with a little box of your character next to it, right?
It's in a blue box with it highlighted.
Blue box? What the heck?
Share your screen again for me?
There shouldn't be a blue box anywhere.
No.
So I go in my name.
No. It need to be on your character sheet. Close your character sheet. The thing you click on to open your character sheet, drag and drop the name down. That one. Drag and drop that. Yep. And you dragged. All right. You're on the map. Hold on just a second. I'm going to put you over where you need to be. There you go.
All right, thank you.
So you don't need to open your character sheet to drag and drop your character out, your token out.
Okay.
That literally opens your character sheet. When you click on that, anything else you want to do to put it on the map or something, you just drag and drop that name right there onto the map.
Okay.
So you guys are, walking up to this house. And there's just like some stairs right here going up to the entrance. The door is slightly ajar.
Okay.
So what would you like
How
to
big's
do?
the-
Are you going to
how big's the
walk
door?
in? Droop can fit through it. if that's what
Okay.
you're
I
asking.
want
Yes.
to do an investigation roll.
What are
Okay.
you investigating?
Anything around the door that might hurt us or anything? Like any traps?
Yeah, go for it.
15.
Yeah, perfect. 'Cause I was gonna say bless is off now, so
Ooh.
that's what, a minute long.
Yeah.
So 15. You do a thorough investigation of the door. Does not seem to be any tripwires or anything that might set off any kind of alarms or traps.
Okay.
Is the other dude with us? The dude we found?
Yes.
Where is
Sorry,
he?
I got distracted. Got distracted helping get that open back up.
Jesus. Someone just dropped something? I just heard a giant crash.
Droop wants to go through the door.
Yes.
Okay.
It's all
I-
on
Droop
the door.
wants treasure.
I'm with the small one who's not so small anymore because he's in a mech suit.
I'm with these two.
Droop's gonna kick the door in. Or
All
I mean,
right.
it's already slightly ajar, so you don't really.
all right,
need to-
well he's gonna finish kicking it in. And bam! I'm in here. Droop said.
Kick it.
What
You beat
in
the
the
crap
world
out
is
of that
going
door.
on here? Why can I not move? Ah, whatever. Open it up. There. So you walk into this room and looking around. This appears to be like a cloak room. Looking in here, like this, like the entryway. There's like rusty iron hooks that line the wall. Hanging from two of these hooks, you actually find a shovel and a rake. There's also a dusty cloak draped over one of the other hooks, next to the southernmost door in this room.
I'd like to inspect the cloak.
It is a black, dusty cloak. It looks like it hasn't been used in a long while. It doesn't seem to
Okay.
have anything in it or anything useful.
It's not special or nothing. Okay.
Nope, just a cloak.
Droop's gonna go through this bottom door.
When you move the cloak, two
Oh.
moths come flying out of the cloak. And as you actually kind of pick up the cloak itself, out of one of the tattered pockets drops a rusty iron key.
Oh, Droop picks up.
Mm.
Okay. The door there that is in there to the south is unlocked, as well as the door to the west in that room is also unlocked. So you can go either way.
Are
Arizar
the
will
rest
stay
of our
with you.
party coming with us, or just hanging out outside?
Goras, are you going to move your token up a little bit?
Oh shoot, sorry.
Get in the game, bro.
You don't really have to
Okay.
move. More in reality, all of this is more theater of the mind more than anything. It's just this map kind of gives you a way to look and see what's around you.
Okay. That's, I didn't realize it. Sorry.
You're good. So you're just kind of in this room here. The other room. As you guys are walking through, let me just. Come on, computer. You can do it. You actually hear the sound of glass breaking, coming from somewhere above you.
Go get him.
Oh, bad luck.
So, so this room that you're looking in right now is like that's like the parlor of this house. There's a gold inlaid low table, as well as a bunch of, again, like those overstuffed armchairs. And a sofa. It's all very, very nicely, neatly arranged. Seems to be some dust in this room, but not nearly as much as like the cloak room there. Well, there's a cabinet full of glass decanters and wine goblets. There's a 6-foot tall gilded harp standing in the northwest corner of this room as well.
I
So
want that.
right where the Arizar is just kind of standing next to it. I mean, this thing is huge.
You know what?
It's 6 foot tall. I mean, it is a big harp.
I'll strap that thing to my back and I'll drag it with me. I'm joking.
And then there's a in the northeast corner there's also like a small stairway that leads up to the second floor.
Bertram is kind of looking up at this, just keeping an eye. Since I'm already standing there.
Go up that stairway and see what's up there.
Okay. Give me just a second. I will move you to the second floor. So don't move too much while I do that. So.
I mean, I guess we did hear the noise up there, so it makes sense that we're gonna go up and investigate this glass-breaking noises.
Na 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 boo boo, you can't catch Droop. Na 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 boo boo.
Oh my God!
And it is a very small stairwell, so
Oh.
Arizar is still at the bottom of the stairs. But there's walls around you, and you can kind of continue forward. Excuse me while I fix something in the dynamic lighting.
Nay!
I just have to make sure you guys can't move through the walls. Something I found out recently that you can do. All right, so you are now kind of in some hallways. There are some doors into some of the areas around here.
Okay.
You have all the way down there. You can all the doors appear to be unlocked as well.
Droop goes in here. Never mind, that's not a door.
Okay, you're going into that one.
Yeah.
No, those are all doors. All the little white boxes are doors. You just have to
Okay.
open them. Just tell me which door you're going in, and I will open it for you.
So
That's fun.
Ping it for me. I might have to move back to the other layer. Okay, you're going into that one. Long click on the map.
okay.
All right, so we'll go here first. So I'm assuming you guys are staying together as a party.
Yes, I'll come back up there.
So
Get up here now.
this appears to be a guest room.
Ooh.
It's almost exactly the same as the room to the to the west of you, that with the door that is open. So as you were looking in there, you kind of saw that door was open. It doesn't appear to have been disturbed in years. There's thick dust everywhere, cobwebs covering everything. There's a narrow bed with a moldy mattress.
Ew.
The headboard is elegantly carved. It has ravens in flight on the actual headboard. There's an empty wooden dresser, nightstand, coat rack, and a padded armchair that's also slightly moldy. There's also an oval mirror that hangs on the wall next to the door, covered in dust, thick layers of dust.
Is there anything in the dresser that we might liberate?
Everything is empty.
Darn. Okay.
Hmm.
And the same goes for the room over here as well.
Okay.
That's the same exact thing in the other room.
All right.
There also is a stairwell right here at the end of the hallway that continues up. And if you had to guess, based on how quiet the glass breaking was, it was probably up higher in the house from where you are now.
Sound
There's
travels
a
in
door
this
down
place.
here, too, guys. There's a door over here.
What's this door?
Let's
door
work
to-
our way. Let's not skip everything to go all the way there. Let's.
My bad.
Well, it's just best to make sure that no enemies maybe can sneak up behind us or something. Systematic.
Honestly, I do notice that door, so yeah.
So
Oh, what is
that
this?
that little room leads up to a study. There's little tiny stairway in there as well that kind of leads upwards slightly, as well as another stairwell in that room. Against the west wall, against the west wall, there's a beautiful roll top desk. North of which there's a couple more leather padded armchairs facing the fireplace. The fireplace above it has wolves and stags above, in like the wolves are hunting kind of thing, like just a motif in there. Draped over each chair is a wolf skin. And then there's a narrow spiral staircase. Again, cobwebs cover this entire thing. So the roll top desk itself is locked.
Does the key I have fit it?
It does not. The key you have is more like a door key, whereas the roll top desk is more of a smaller key.
I'd love to shove my fist through the roll top desk.
Can I try to pick the lock first before you destroy everything?
Do you have thieves' tools?
I do.
Cool.
As
go
do
for
I,
it.
but
You can try. It's not a very high DC, so.
Okay.
Do it. Crush.
So you can either make a sleight of hand check.
Well, I click on Thieves' Tools and it wants me to choose
you
an
can click on Thieves'
attribute.
Dexterity.
Dexterity?
yes.
Well,
Yes.
it's not going to be great, but... If it... Oh, 21. Never mind.
Not going to be great as you roll a 21. Yeah.
Well, my dexterity is like not super great.
You guys all watch as Bertram just kind of walks up, kind of tosses his hair back a little bit, and then just deftly just
Let me show you what I can do with my hands.
he puts the tools in almost as soon as like gets the tools in there, like he just does a couple of real quick movements and it just opens right up. Looking in there, you find
Shut the hell up.
a set of calligrapher supplies and
Surgeon's
a leather. Huh?
Said surgeon's hands, right, Jared?
Yep.
You find a set of calligrapher supplies, as well as a leather-covered journal with a stylized wolf's head on the front cover. Looking at it and looking it over, the journal belongs to Baron Brantifax's wife. Let me see if I can find her name.
Interesting.
It actually just says Baroness Brantifax on it.
Does it have any mentions of treasure in it?
It very well might. Reading over it doesn't take you long to get through it.
I would like to mention that I pull out my magnifying glass while I'm reading this book. Because yes, I do have a magnifying glass in my inventory, so you're damn sure I'm going to use it.
You are an investigator, so
that's right.
I would expect you.
Sherlock Holmes.
So in this journal, mostly it just kind of describes her visits to this chalet, which you can read in there that she hated this place. The tribulations of her daughters, whom she loved. And as you're kind of reading over this takes a little bit of time, so you guys kind of rest up while you're doing this as well. It's been a long travel to get here. You don't know how long you were walking to get through this place. So looking through this, though, Baron Brantifax himself was an avid hunter, and he often invited guests to the chalet to hunt with him. She admired his generous nature and his vigor, if you know what I mean. The Baron had a trusty mastiff named Brorn, 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 as much as he did his wife and his children. The Baroness disliked it when the Baron fed the hound scraps from the dining table because, that's usually what you do with an adored pet. When she was here at the chalet, she definitely felt too isolated. Much preferred to be in civilization and city life. Here's some of the more important parts. She had a couple of daughters. Firstborn, Sylphine, was bedridden, having been born with terrible physical deformities. She was glad that Sylphine could be housed in the chalet to keep her far from the public's eye. There was a nursemaid who was hired to watch over the child while the Baroness was away. The Baroness described Sylphine's death at the age of 6 as merciful, and there's some indication that the Baroness had a hand in it.
Interesting.
The younger daughter, Heluth, was a tomboy, more like her father than her mother. Heluth, unfortunately, was slain on her 9th birthday, killed by a wolf while out hunting with her father. The Baroness doesn't blame her husband for Heluth's death, but neither does she absolve him of his guilt. And the last thing is both daughters were buried in the chalet's graveyard at the Baron's insistence. In her final journal entry, the Baroness speaks of evil whispers in the graveyard and makes plans to leave Chalet Brantefex, vowing never to return.
Oh.
So,
God,
a little bit of lore dump for you.
Yeah.
No treasure. Droop board.
could be in the graveyard.
There is still some treasure in the possibly in the graveyard or somewhere else. You do know that the map indicates there is treasure somewhere.
Well, so should we
So
check?
you still have another room to investigate right
right
there.
And,
And Irazar's with you guys. He's just being quiet
Yeah.
because again, he's an
Can
NPC.
can I ask him about what that journal mentioned? Does he know anything about any of that?
He mentions that the whispers could potentially be a shadow crossing. It could be like the beginnings of it. He mentions that rough or very difficult lives and difficult deaths typically lead to things like that. And he actually is kind of like looking around, almost like in like a meditative trance, almost as he's in this place, and he can tell you that he feels the sorrow that this place houses.
And he's never been here before?
No.
Or has he?
Dun dun dun.
Let's see. While you guys are like looking around, you actually hear what sounds like as you get ready to open the door that you just went into. Which is up here. Just as you guys are getting ready to go into that door, you hear children's laughter from the one side of it.
Ugh.
Ooh, uh-oh.
As you open the door, nothing's there.
Swords drawn.
I don't think it's that kind of laughing. I think it's like creepy haunted laughter.
No, it's like it sounds like children at play, like two children's just laughing and playing together. But as soon as you open the door, it stops.
Are we about to go Anakin on them?
I don't think there's anyone actually in here. I think Anakin
you
already
walk-
had his way with
Are
them.
we ready to go Anakin? That's what I'm saying. now.
You walk into this room. This appears to be the master bedroom of the house. It's a very spacious room with rusty oil lamps kind of decorating the area. There's a four poster bed standing on the south wall. Bedposts are again carved to look like stags and wolves. Opposite the bed, of course, there's a stone hearth with a black marble mantle that has a pair of elk antlers mounted above it. There's a writing desk as well, underneath a pair of tall windows on the western side of the room. And there's also a wardrobe that is empty and an empty dog kennel in the southeast corner. This room appears to be a little bit more This room appears to be a little bit more lived in.
Okay.
What was that?
Is there anything
Eddie?
in the desk?
Nothing in the desk. However, if you guys would like, you guys can make an investigation check as you're in this room. You can also ask Arazar will if you guys ask him to.
Please.
I got 10.
Investigation.
Me too.
Dang, Zach. I got a 6.
Well,
Yeah.
Goras, you immediately just kind of walk right over to this wall right here
Yeah.
as you guys are looking into this room, and you find you kind of press something on around the desk, press something next to the bed, and then a secret door opens up.
What?
Ooh.
Secret chambers.
Let's do it. Too intrigued.
And this room appears to also have another door at the end, like that you were investigating at the end of the hallway as well.
Okay.
So when you open that up, it just opens back up to the hallway that you were already in.
Okay.
If I
What
get
does
that
this room
selected,
look like?
So
What is all
that-
this debris?
that appears to be a loft.
Broken dreams.
So as you walk in, actually, you find 4 individuals standing in the room.
Oh.
I'm going to put them on the actual.
So maybe we're not all standing in all over this room. If
No, they're kind of all like they gathered together. They seem to be like whispering to each other.
Okay.
What do they look like?
I'll be that guy.
They all appear to be human. You don't have to intimidate them yet.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's more for like, hey, when you're talking to them and you want to get answers out of them.
Okay.
You don't have to. No.
Oh.
No. Hold on. What? C14 is just the room number. I'm just gonna move that. I apologize. So don't mind their tokens. That's just what their tokens are. So they're actually 4 humans.
Oh.
One of them is
They were raven.
he's the oldest. There's the oldest member, who appears to be about 71 years old. It's a tall, timid man. He has wispy white hair and a lazy left eye. He is polite around you guys, like he kind of nods and bows to you as you walk in the room. Then you have another one who's about 55 years old, you would guess. She sees herself kind of as the matriarch of this group. She's kind of standing calmly, like regally, matter-of-factly staring at you as you walk in the room. Then you have another one who's rather young, probably about 22 years old, human male. He appears to be like looking at you, kind of like throwing glances at you, kind of mistrustful almost. And the last one, who's probably about 30, who appears to be holding a very odd-looking relic. But they turn to you as you enter the room, and I will get their names opened up here so that you guys will actually know who you're talking to. So you have.
We know who they are without even asking who they are?
No, this one kind of steps forward first. He introduces himself as Taspar Hatchhill. He's the 71-year-old. He appears to be in very good health for his age. Again, he has that wispy white hair. He does appear very timid, though. So like he tells you that he tells you his name. This next one who is behind him, don't actually take them based on their like positions on the map. They're not actually like this. She introduces herself as Madrina Natarask. She's the 55-year-old. She definitely has like that calm, matter-of-fact appearance. Then you have Vanek. Or no, not Vanek. Renik Goroka. He's the 22-year-old male. And then Vanik is the 30-year-old female. And she seems to have like the like a bit of laughter in her eyes as you guys are walking in. Like she knew this was coming because they all led you here. But they all bow and introduce themselves. So what do you do or say?
Droop notices the relic in the dude's hand, and Droop points and says, "Treasure."
Vanik has that.
So,
great. Here we go.
So you say. So Droop points and says, "Treasure."
Treasure.
Here we go.
And she says,
"Treasure map. Treasure."
No, little one. I don't think you want this. It is an evil relic. And she kind of looks over at Bertram as she says that. It is it's a 6-inch tall sculpture. She kind of holds it up so you guys can see it. Let me see if I can get the picture of it for you guys so you can see what it is. But it depicts a creature that you guys may or may not know. So go ahead and make religion checks while I pull this up.
That's so predictable.
43.
12.
Okay.
I'm well versed in Yeezy.
Yep,
The big Yeezy.
Arizona.
I love how all these skills that I'm actually proficient in, I am rolling garbage with. So glad I chose these as my skills.
Don't scroll down too much on this. Just you'll have the picture of it.
That's what she's holding?
Yep, that figurine is what she's holding. And Droop, you recognize this as a figurine of Orcus. It's a demon. I believe it's a demon lord. And
I've
of
seen
the
this before in his smuggling
of the
days.
undead.
He doesn't like that.
So, but they tell you that it is an evil, item, and they were looking for. Vanique kind of stands forward and tells you that they use this place as a hiding place for evil objects until they can find better places to hide them. That is what the treasure map was leading you to. Because they also need help, as there are a couple of Shadowfell crossings somewhere in the grounds. That they are worried that if someone were to get through that, they could steal this figurine before they can find a proper hiding place for it.
Then Droop's gonna be like, "So all treasure, bad treasure."
No, on the other side of the Shadowfell crossing, there is a creature that has some magic items that you might find useful.
So how do we summon these creatures? Do we have to essentially lure them out, or?
So then the 55-year-old Madrina steps forward and says, "If you want to find them, you'll have to go through the Shadow Crossing into the Shadowfell."
And we need that figurine.
No, you don't need the figurine to go through the Shadow Crossing.
Okay.
As long as it is nighttime, you will be able to go through. The mists will surround you and pull you into them.
Oh.
So we really don't need anything from that figurine at all, then?
No, the figurine, they're just trying to hide it from evil so that it may not be used for evil in the future.
Okay.
What does it do? Why is it so dangerous?
So that's where Taskbar kind of steps forward and says that Orcus is a patron of the undead. He's a demon that loves undeath, and as such, this statuette can make the undead more powerful. This itself is a desecrated object. He tells you that if there are undead that are within 30 feet of it, or like within a certain range of the figurine, the undead cannot be turned by any magic that would like turn undead. Which Bertram might find quite irritating.
I can't turn undead yet anyways.
Can we destroy it?
Also, he tells you dead creatures within 30 feet of the figurine cannot be brought back to life. And if someone holding the figurine while praying to Orcus for at least 1 hour has a small chance to summon a form of the Demon Lord to fight anything around them that are not currently dead.
Can we destroy the statue so none of that happens?
You can try. He says that they've already tried to hit it with massive, like sledgehammers, warhammers. They've burned it with fire. They've hit it with like sound, like thunder waves. So far, everything that they've used is immune to the damage. Droop, with your religion check,
Yes.
you think that the only thing that might possibly be able to destroy this is something that can deal radiant damage.
Now that I can do.
I use
Okay.
mockery on it. No.
You
There's
stupid
nothing to mock.
statue! You're so
There's nothing
stupid.
to mock.
That's a
Droop's gonna,
mockery. No.
Droop's gonna say, "Fancy pants, you hit it with shiny damage."
Which I'm sure you can pretty well figure out what he means.
Yes.
Bump with shiny fancy pants. Bonk was shiny.
I speak primitive. It's okay. Is that something that they'd be willing to let us try?
Let's see.
I mean, if they've tried everything, would they not have tried that as well?
They don't have any access to radiant damage.
Well,
They haven't tried everything.
I will step forward and be like, fear not! I have the tools which you are lacking. Allow me to irradiate this object with my holy power and attempt to destroy it once and for all. It is my sworn duty as a paladin of the vengeance and the flame to extinguish all evil, even if it is inanimate.
Okay, fancy pants, it was shiny.
They whips out his hair.
They curiously look at you for just a moment, and they actually ask if, at the very least, before you destroy this figurine, if they could know all of your names, since they so graciously introduced themselves.
I am Bertram Cunningham III, if you must know.
I have Droop.
Worse.
Okay.
And our friend back here, what was his name again?
And he steps forward and says, I am Erazar. I also would like to see this thing destroyed, but then if you could show me to the shadow crossings that I may close them, that would be greatly appreciated. They kind of nod to that, but yeah, so then they kind of set the figurine on the ground and in front of you, Bertram.
Okay. Well, so I think the only thing I actually have radiant damage with is smite when I attack. Is that correct?
Erazar. Yes, you could divine smite it. Erazar also offers that he kind of summons a spectral warhammer in his hands and says that he could also use that branding smite he did earlier. It does radiant damage as well.
Can I get him Bardic Inspiration to bump his damage up?
You don't think it'll take much damage to destroy this. So you probably don't need to waste that. He just offers that out unless you, Bertram, would like to do it specifically.
I mean, it'll cost me a spell slot if I do, and I only have 3.
You only have 3. Erazar only has 2. So
Oh. All right, I'll do it.
But he still is willing to do it because he has other tricks that he can use. So
Have him convince me. Like let's do a roll off. His persuasion against my
just,
charisma save.
Or we can just do 2 persuasions, whoever rolls the highest.
Okay, I'm down.
And dying you.
That's a 14 from Erazar.
22.
So does that mean you're going to be the one hitting it?
Of course it does.
You wax poetically about the, vengeance you're wreaking upon the evils of the world.
Let me explain something to you, child. I've been smiting evil before you were a twinkle in your progenitor's eyes.
As you're talking to him like that, he transforms into a likeness of you again. Be my guest, good sir.
Damn. Good looking dude.
So go ahead and
you have to imagine Bertram, he looks at the camera to the audience, even though there is none, and says that, like, damn, I'm looking good. So, yeah.
So go ahead and roll to hit with advantage against this.
Advantage. I'm 2-handing it because, the fury of vengeance can only be wielded with 2 hands.
Of course.
It takes
So,
2.
go for it.
21 to hit.
21 will hit. Roll your damage with the smite of vengeance.
10 radiance with 9 slashing.
So the sword itself, the slashing doesn't seem to do anything
Right.
to it. But as
Figured.
soon as that like holy light blasts it, it literally explodes outward. Nobody gets hurt. It doesn't actually like leave shrapnel anywhere, but you can see this like inky black smoke going up as the statuette is destroyed, and the radiant energy continues to consume that until there's nothing left.
Ooh.
Thy will be done. And he does that. He goes down on one knee with his sword and doesn't pray because paladins have no. But he just
have to have one. If you want him to, he can.
I wouldn't even. I didn't come up with one, so I'm not going to try to think of one at the last minute. So like, in the name of the flame, the holy flame and vengeance, thy will is done, and evil has been extinguished once again. And then I'll stand up and brush my mustache both sides and return my swords to its scabbard.
And
Erisar also
goes, yay, finally.
Try not to sound too excited.
Yay.
Yeah.
Well, the humans that are in here with you also kind of tell you that while you guys, if you want to go handle the shadow crossing, they will get any treasure or things that can be sold, minus a few things because they like shiny things for some reason. So you can go get the magic items that you so desire, and they will get you any loot in the house. They know the safe areas to be in the house and all of that. So
yeah, Droop tells them to take it to the Spellforge. Take it to the Spellforge.
But yeah, so then they tell you down in the courtyard, near the entrance that you entered, because they know exactly where you entered. There are a few graves. It almost doubles as a graveyard. The let's see, third grave. Yes, third grave from the north is the shadow crossing.
Okay.
It is the grave of the remember I told you the stories that you found in the journal.
Mhm.
It's just the grave of
Yes, I totally remember that.
Sylphine, the disfigured daughter.
Who's digging?
So I'm going to gather all four of you up and move all of you real quick.
As you wish.
Bloop. There, you are now in the courtyard.
Wow.
As you're leaving, though, Madrina pulls Bertram aside.
Yes, good lady of the house.
Giggity.
I'm celibate.
And she tells him that she thinks that you would make a fine addition to the order, that their kindness, as they call it. They find and either destroy evil objects as best they can, or if they cannot destroy them, they hide them so that no evil can get to them.
She
But
makes a tempting offer.
the offer to join the kindness, you would become a were-raven. And were-ravens are lawful good. True as well. As a paladin of what you know, the way you are, you know that not all were creatures are evil. But that is the offer that stands if you wish to join. You do not have to.
Do I have to make this decision now?
No, you can make the decision when you come back if you wish, or come find us anytime.
If you come back.
I will give your offer some thought, but I would not hold my breath.
That is fair. Becoming a were-raven is not for everybody.
Hold this thou's breath.
So you guys are now in the graveyard portion of the courtyard. The grave here. And you can see again the mists coming up out of the grave. It is open, as if something had just recently come out of it, although you can tell nothing has in a while. But looking in there, you can see again just a thick wall of mist, somehow inside of the grave itself.
Ooh.
That would lead. And Arazar can tell you, he knows, like, that is a shadow crossing. It will lead us into the Shadowfell.
Let's go.
So treasure in here?
Treasure. He looks at Droop. Treasure in there.
Treasure go.
All
And
right.
I think that might be a good place to stop for
Yep.
tonight.
You guys
So
didn't
we are at
realize this
4
was going to
hours?
be a 2-part one-shot.
Sometimes that happens. These ones, especially the lower level one shots, typically end up being a little bit longer because they are a little bit more like roleplay heavy versus combat heavy. So there's a lot more in depth there.
It's all good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we will leave the travel to the Shadowfell for next session.
Yes.
Troop on treasure. Troop on treasure. Give to treasure now.
So, yeah. And so as the camera pans into the Shadowfell, the Shadow Crossing, you see that the viewers and the actual players, not the characters, you all see what appears to be a desiccated moving corpse on top of a mausoleum in this grayscale world.
Mm.
He had a shining golden ring on his finger that does appear to give him some kind of power, as well as about ghouls wandering around
You say
below.
ghouls.
He's on, yeah, ghouls.
Gotcha.
He's on the figure that the camera is showing is on top of the mausoleum itself, and the ghouls are like traveling the grounds underneath.
Okay. Okay.
And that is where we leave the episode for this evening.
I'm gonna take that ring.
You think so, do you?
Not if Droop gets to it first.
We got a greedy goblin in a mech suit, dude.
Dude, something's gotta feed the spell force, okay?
All right, y'all.
Like magic fire just doesn't come out of nowhere.
This is true. Magic.
Technically it
All
does,
magic comes at a
but-
price.
I think my Discord is probably going to crash here shortly, just so you guys know. As you
Okay.
know, it does that
Sounds
after about
like
4
a great
hours.
time.
That 4
Right.
hours.
Yeah. Like clockwork.
And that's 4.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Well, I guess that's it for now. I think we can maybe hopefully plan to pick this up next Saturday, maybe. I don't know what the rest of you guys have planned. I don't want to speak for anyone. Obviously we'll put the word
I'm
out.
open.
We'll put the word out on like Discords and Twitters and stuff like that if we figure out it, or if something changes or whatever. So just keep your eyes peeled on those places and those things to find out what we're doing and when we're doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. This goes for
And,
us and people at home who are watching.
yep, and we'll keep in contact on Discord about what we're planning if anything comes up.
Okay, are we still live, Jared?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
So
Yes.
thank you everybody for joining us. And we will see you all next time, I think.
Thanks for
Yes.
having me. I appreciate the first go around.
Yeah, big hand of applause for Zach joining us his first real game, like
That was a
real
little- yeah.
game.
I'll get there.
Yeah.
Promise.
Hey,
It
I know
takes
sometimes it's easier with like dice, but once
Yeah.
you get used to roll 20, it does get easier as well.
it takes a few sessions, but it'll be easier to figure out
Okay.
the more you do it. So yeah, I guess that's it.
right.
Thanks everyone who subbed and did bits and stuff, all that good stuff. Thank you guys, everyone who hung out with us. We appreciate you guys coming and supporting our little D&D addiction. Let's just call it what it
Yeah.
is. And we will see you
Yep.
guys next time. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Just pretend I'm waving.
It's like, wait, I can move your picture a little bit. Hold on.
Uh,
I don't think
Bye.
Is this camera up now?
Bye.
That's what you're saying.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.